Hello, 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 and welcome along to episode 11 of Darkness over Kelaan, where we have come, finally, to the end of the road and reached Draenor. Today, I have playing with me, Tom.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I'm playing Dane Rudsoul, a Kalashtar Circle of the Spurs druid.
I have Oscar.
Hello, I'm Oscar or Salty. I will play in Kelaan, the High Elf Evocation Wizard.
I have Michaela.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm playing Sonia Blackforge, the Dwarven Forge Cleric.
I have Jay.
Hey, sorry. Hey, I'm Jay, and I'm playing Corn Swift Dancer, the Halfling Battlesmith Artificer.
And I have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Nico Stormchaser, who is a Kalashtar Storm Herald Barbarian.
Yes, he is. Fantastic. And so we also have Hannah. Hannah plays my Treshnler. She will be late today. As soon as she arrives, she'll pick up her character. But in the meantime, if we do find ourselves embroiled in combat, she'll be played by me. So, welcome along. And last session, we left off with you exiting a strange and difficult dungeon. And depositing a little halfling back to town. Restoring what was left of the Kneebreakers together. You took rest in the town and began the journey once more along the road. It was only 3 or 4 hours until you reached the entrance to Draenor. Which I'm hella sure I prepped, but that's what I've left on the screen. Yeah, he's
That's
blocking
guarding the
way.
town.
He's blocking the way. Sorry. Oh my god, what have I done? I've opened every image that we have.
His brother's pissed.
Okay, try that again. Yeah, we arrive at the entrance to Draenor, which looks a little like this. There we go. That's what we were looking for. I don't know how I got rid of that. Also, all the cameras have disappeared. Please ignore me. Oh my goodness, it's going everywhere, but it's not going where it belongs. Fantastic. Hey, guys, Draenor.
So we're in a cold region.
No, that's there is a little bit of ice on this area. We are in the far north of Kelaan. But for the most part, what you're looking at, I know it's a little blurry, is blue banners draped all over the walls and all over the tops of the buildings. The reason for this is the town where the seat of the royals are at. And royalty lives at Draenor. However, as you see, there is a large portcullis gate through which you must go. Madame Sarusa turns to you all, and I'm sorry, but it is at this point that we will part and meet again within sight. Find us in the folks' quarters. But we only have passes for slot. And as we have a performance to prep for, you know. I'm really sorry, but we'll see you in there, don't worry. I'll speak to the guards. And with that, she sort of announces to the guard, yes, hello, Madame Sarusa's circus. And they count them in, one by one. As you see, the last person, Nimprango, the Grand Illusionist gnome, head through, and your mounts disappear. 2 guards stand in front of the gate, with spears to either side, and look to you all. May I take your names, please?
I'm gonna light a cigarette and take a drag, and then as I exhale, I'm just gonna. Oh, we are the Nameless 11.
Regardless of that, I do assume you have individual names.
Yeah, we do.
Can I take them, please, one by one? Starting with you, Halfling.
Corn Swift Dancer.
Excellent. And you? And he points to Josh.
Corin Swift Dancer. There's a bird in my room.
Is there supposed to be?
Lisa brought a bird in a couple of hours ago and left it under my desk. I thought was dead, and I can hear its wings.
Lovely. Well, there's a bird in Josh's room, but he gave his name as
Corin
Oh,
Swift.
you did mean to? Give me a deception check.
No, I've not really. My
Okay,
name's
right, give me
Nico
questions.
Stormchaser.
Excellent. And he looked at Dwarf.
Sonia Blackforge.
Fancy Pants over there.
Kelaan.
Excellent.
Oh.
And he tries to work your race out, sort of looks at you blankly and just stares at you, Tom.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm Dane Rutsel.
Okay. And Mai will introduce herself. I'm afraid I have orders not to let you in.
What? Specifically?
Indeed, I have these exact 6 names here and no others.
Um, orders from whom?
My orders come from the king, but well, I don't know if it was somewhere in the middle of the chain. Look, I know this is really inconvenient. Perhaps who speaks for you all? Who's your chosen person of speech? Good God.
Sonia, the dwarf.
The dwarf?
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay, excellent. He
I
looks to
guess
you.
so.
I didn't realize you had such high charisma, lass. Nevertheless, perhaps, is there a reason you wish to enter the city? Maybe I might take a message, see if I've got some mistakes here. Because certainly you don't seem like a threat or... any
Okay,
trouble.
it's been a while. I know we had a couple things to do in this town. One
Well,
of
I mean,
which-
the main thing is that you escorted the circus here. You came here as circus guards. That's why you arrived. You did also want to seek out Penelope,
yes,
the girl who
that's
rode
what
here
I-
on a giant, but I'm not sure that... I mean, I don't know, maybe Sonia would just tell them that, but I'm not sure that's what I'd say if I arrived in the city.
No,
Hey, I'm
I
chasing a
don't
girl
think-
who rode here on a giant.
I don't think you'd know about that.
No, so,
Uh,
if you mention that you're circus guards, that's...
Yeah, we were here escorting the circus this whole way. You just let all of them in?
Indeed, Madame
not us?
Sarusa did mention that you've been good guards and to make sure that you got some extra rations at the guard's house. But unfortunately, orders are orders, I'm afraid. I am going to have to ask you to wait outside. Don't worry, though. It shouldn't be long. I get off duty in about 8 minutes. After that, I'll go straight to the sergeant's, the captain's quarters, and I'll find out why you haven't been let in, and I'd at least have a reason for you. I'm really sorry. I have a long, long list of names. You were but 6 upon it.
Okay. We can
Perhaps
wait.
I can send somebody out with some food.
Sure.
At this point, you hear a voice out from behind you saying, "That won't be necessary."
Oh no.
And turns to you. And you've come to the end of the road. It's time to stop running.
God. Oh, God. All right.
Stepping out of the shadows, you see a drow.
Whoa.
White hair pulled to the side. He has a sword at his hip. And he is escorted by 2 robed figures, both of them wearing sort of a long cloak down the back and intricate tattoos down their chest. You can see that whilst the drow is doing the speaking, he's not in charge. You've met these little friends before. Isn't that nice? Assuming you don't want to come quietly?
No. That didn't happen last time.
No, it didn't, did it? Well, be that as it may. He looks up to the guards, and you can turn away now. And you see, like, as he says this, one of the gentlemen behind him with the long cloak sort of raises a hand and twists it. And you see both the guards who were stationed there just immediately turn around, walk back into the
Wow.
city, and close the gates.
Were there any other guards or just those 2?
There are guards on the walls. They don't
Okay,
seem
well,
to be
yell up
looking
to
down
them.
or paying any attention. Go, you can
Damn it.
yell up to them. Go ahead.
Hey, we're getting ambushed right outside your city. Do something.
Yes, Josh, that's
Aw.
vile and awful, and don't
It's
bring it in. Don't lose it.
cute.
Take it out. Take it out. It's gonna flap like a madman.
I can't take it out. It'll die. It's got a broken, dislocated leg.
You have to nurse
You're
it
not
back
fucking
to health.
No, you fucking don't. Get that shit out of my house now.
Well, but I mean, we can't just let it out.
If you keep that bird in the house, Nico is about to die a sorry death. Take that
You're-
thing
You're
out.
cruel.
Look at it. It wants to escape. It's an outside animal. Let it out. Oh, that's it. Just throw it out the window. I'm sure that'll be... Okay, no, he's taking it down. I thought he was going to lob it out the window. It's like, wow. I'm going from one extreme to the other. Whilst we
so
wait
sad
for Nico to
cameras are
return,
on.
uh,
Cameras
the
not being on hurts.
the The tattooed man, one of the two, in the black cloak, looks over to you, Sonia, and says, "They can't hear you."
That figures.
Yeah, sorry, I've forgotten completely that I haven't changed the camera.
Understand.
Peace burb.
You just said they have tattoos.
So, what you see here is, actually, to be fair, 2, 1, and 4 are currently not visible to you. My apologies. Yes, so E5 and B are robed figures. They have intricate tattoos down their chest that depict chains across their chest. You've met these guys before. They're warlocks of the old god, otherwise known as Thrasidun, the chained god. In the center is a drow with his white hair pulled to the side, and he has a sword at his hip and another one over his shoulder. And as they're saying this, three others walk up, and they actually stand in front of the drow.
Oh God.
And these three are wearing sort of small red robes. They have sort of chainmail on, and they have these huge black greatswords over their shoulder. Yeah, and they look at you, and you'll be coming with us one way or the other. We haven't taken any chances this time.
I'm gonna need a recap.
Michaela, I'm echoing off you. You've entered the. You've got to the gate of the city. You've been turned away, each of you by name, and you've been told that the reason for this. Suddenly, a drow spoke up and said that they were the reason for this. You've seen 2 warlocks of Thrasidun of the old god. If you remember, Domi Mummy, her son was tattooed in the same way. She does have a name, Melisande Sherazai, but I wanted to make sure you all remembered who she was. You've been chased by these cultists quite a few times. You've been told you have something of theirs, and now they're telling you that you're coming with them. They have said that you can come peacefully if you wish, though.
Oh,
You don't
okay,
know what
right.
that might
But are
be.
they in charge of the city, or are they just there?
No. Oh, sorry, that's the other thing you've missed. The warlock cast some sort of spell, and all the guards turned around and walked back in and shut the gates and looked away from you.
Okay, so we weren't not allowed in the city. We were just waiting outside for a bit.
You were being told you couldn't enter the city, and then now you're finding out that actually the cultists have manipulated it this way so that you're stuck with the gates to your back.
And that's why we can't enter the city
Indeed.
because
Yeah.
of the wall.
You would
Right.
assume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you
Sorry,
want to take
when
us?
when you're being Doctor Doolittle, I can't pay attention as well.
Okay, Eddie. You realistically have 2 choices here. You can attempt to parlay and have conversation, or you can roll initiative. One thing of note, I've been as fair as possible. I've tried to put Nico and Sonia at the front, obviously, because that's how it would be. Even though they are likely not the people that approach the gate, I think as you're approached by enemies, you guys would sort of subtly reshuffle into position. Night Eyes is flanking out to the west, and at the moment you don't see him.
Parlay, we're not pirates.
Not that
Speak
kind
for
of parlay.
yourself.
Where do you plan on taking us?
Well, let's just say that we need to remove some things and take it to have a conversation of sorts. You've been a inconvenience.
Well, I mean, you guys have attacked us, not the other way around. I don't see how that makes us an
Pish
inconvenience.
posh. You haven't come with us. You've still got what we didn't want, what we wanted. Therefore,
It seems last
inconvenience.
time you weren't trying to capture us, more so just kill us. I don't feel like.
Well, if that is the case, it's not too much of a problem. Alive or dead, our master doesn't care.
What are you looking for? What do we have of yours?
You don't know the answer to that question.
I mean, that's what I was going to ask.
Krellin?
Us as people do, but our characters don't, right?
He will look at you, Krellin, and call you a ring bearer. Holder of the bracelet of entrance.
Only 2 things.
Couple of things that you have taken from us, but more interestingly, and then he looks to Nico. You. Carry
Can
some-
I, while they're having this
What did I
little
do?
talk,
Sorry, what was that, Tom?
while I was having this little talk, can I, I'm behind somebody large. Oh, no, yeah, I'm behind Nico. He's tall. Can I start casting a spell while they're having this little conversation?
Yeah, you can prep a spell. Absolutely fine. Well, What sort of spell are we? Is this something you want to finish casting before battle?
No, this would be an attack spell. Basically,
Right,
I'm
okay, so you're
gonna
prepping.
attack
You're
them like
prepping a
as soon
spell.
as.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
absolutely fine. I think that Kelaan and Corin will probably do the same. Sonia
Well, I'm
would-
casting Mage Armor.
No, I think you would have that up already. You
Alright.
can have that up already.
What have I done?
He looks to you, Nico, and you carry within you spirit that our old god requires.
You mean the power of friendship?
No.
What do you... The love of goblins?
A spirit is within you that belongs to the old god.
I'm not quite sure about that. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to anyone.
With this, one of the cloaked guys just casts his cloak off and he turns his back to you. And you see on his back tattooed is what appears to be a god holding a thundercloud with a storm raging within his hand. He puts his cloak back on and turns to you. Your spirit belongs to our god. You must come.
Is that what your god is?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
The thing on his back with the thundercloud. Is that...
The
god.
chained god that it has a thundercloud in his hand, yes, that is his god.
No. No, you see, you've got it all wrong. If you would have stayed in school for a little bit longer, the spirits that reside in my people,
Your people.
they can reside in many others, but they're not tethered to us. Only for brief moments of their lifetime.
Foolish idiocy, you do not even understand that which is inside you. And with that, they will roll initiative.
How very dare you!
So you may do so also.
In front of
Just
my
wanna
salad.
I just want to say that that bird's feathers were so soft.
Wash your
Aw.
hands.
No,
Uh-oh.
it was only a
Would we-
bird. It wasn't like a pigeon or anything.
13, so that's
I woke up.
17.
Would we say I had time to attune to my new hammer
Oh, yeah,
while we were
100%.
traveling?
100%.
Cool.
Not only that, but
Did they
obviously...
have them?
Sorry? Do they have tents?
Oh,
No.
did they have time to read my book?
Oh, no. No. That is only... You've only had half a day. Oh, sorry. I need to roll for my, don't I? Oh, sorry. Was forgotted.
And my initiative is 17.
17 on Corin. Fantastic. In the spirit of Mai, I will use her to run straight into the forefront of combat.
Oh, wait.
Well, I mean, that's what she does, so
Yeah.
I'll play her fairly.
Throwing the blink dagger an action.
Is throwing the blink dagger in action, yes.
I was gonna say because you could be like so cool with that, like throw it really far. And
Oh,
then
she's going to throw it at
cast an
somebody and
defensive
teleport to
spell
them
and then
at some
throw
point.
it again.
Nevertheless, the gentleman who took his cloak off and put it back on looks to you. And I will ask a wisdom save, please, Nico.
As I do, I'll point to Dane. I'll say he has a spirit in him as well. If I'm going down, I'm dragging everyone with me.
Whoa.
Nico, wisdom save, please.
I have advantage.
You do.
Awful.
Okay, the damage on that. Oh, sorry, I'm not rolling to everybody. Let me make sure I'm rolling to everybody. Oh, I rolled 3 6s. Let me re-roll that to everybody. That is 14 psychic damage, to which I believe you have resistance.
After 7, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and you will be forced to walk away. That is as far as your movement speed will take you, however. As you will reach the door.
I can still get to them.
Yeah, that's fine. And then that is a That is an 11, a 19, and a 15 to hit you.
Battle music's hit.
11, 19, 15. Josh, what's your armor class?
11, 19, 15. One of those will hit.
What? How much armor class do you have? You have 13, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 11,
Sorry,
19,
two
15.
of those
Two
will
of those will
hit.
hit.
One of
Yeah.
those will miss.
Yeah. So that is 9 plus 4 plus 17 force damage from Eldritch Blast. Corin, you're up.
I will approach E2, riding Oma, and
Okay, movement speed 40, 50, 50?
40.
40. 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25. Yeah. Okay, E2. Okay.
Yep. Make an attack.
Okay. This is one of the chainmail armored knights with the black sword across it, yeah?
Okay. 23 to
A
hit.
23 will hit. Big
All right,
hit.
that's the first attack. That does 13 damage.
I'm really sorry. Can you just give me a second? For some reason, my E3 and my E4 are switched. And that's very confusing to me. Alright. Yeah, sorry, how much damage? 13 damage?
13 damage on the first attack.
Bear with me a second. You will take 5 cold damage from the cold that was built into their armor, like a rime upon them. However, you notice this cold dissipates when you strike. Their armor of Agathis is down.
Cool. All right, I'll make a second attack.
You may also notice that E1 and E3 have the same effect. Cool, go ahead, make a second attack, because...
15 to
A
hit.
15 will hit.
Ooh.
Weird, because they're in chainmail, but... That's what it says.
12
It's just a
damage.
show.
Yeah, cool. He appears wounded.
All right,
Nice
and
hits.
then bonus action. Oma will attack.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nope, that's an
That
8.
will miss. Are you staying up in melee range?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Corallin, you're up. I need to make 6 dex saves, yeah?
I
Do
will point my finger towards them, and a shriek of fire will shoot out, expanding as it goes towards them, exploding as soon as it lands in between all 6 of them.
Are you gonna point your finger in that really gay way that you just did?
I feel awful because what I should do is... What I should do is... What I should do is counterspell this, but I'm not going
Do
to.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
him
say
finally
if that's-
do it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
waited like 17 episodes for a fireball, so we'll let him off.
Oh
That
my
is
gosh, I
an
can't cross it
18,
off on the
a
bingo.
15. Oh, I didn't need to make a second one there. An 18 to 15. This guy rolls with advantage. That's a 24. That's an 18. That's a 5. That's a 13. What's your DC for your save, please,
15, so 2 of
15,
them
okay.
fail, and then 4 of them succeed.
No, 3 of them failed, actually. The Warlock of the Fiend rolls with disadvantage.
Ah,
So 3 of them failed. Okay, go ahead, give me your damage.
27 damage on a fail, and
Okay.
on a success, that is 13.
The boss appears to be completely unaffected.
Aw, shit.
Work that out how you wish. No, rubbish, sorry. The boss takes some damage, but doesn't seem bothered. The drow seems completely unaffected. The Warlock of the Fiend is unhappy with that. Not his best day. E2 is dead. But E1, E3, you see that they sort of tap into to the cold in their armor, and although the cold dissipates, they seem to have survived the blow. Corallin, any bonus action? Does that conclude your turn?
It takes everything in me not to cast Summon Chair, so I won't. That ends my turn.
Yes, it's probably not the time. Okay. That brings us to E3. E3 is going to charge forwards. his chainmail on him. He can only run 25 feet, but that's enough to take a slash at Sonia. He takes out his... Oh, have I got this wrong?
Takes out his ooh.
My bad. My bad. Ignore all of what I just said. Now, with his dagger at his side, he takes a slice down his own arm. And he stares at Sonia. Sonia, I need a wisdom save, please.
Hey, okay, I'm good at those. Not today. That was a natural 1, baby.
Oh my...
My rolls
Oh.
continue.
Wait. How far away are you from me?
A bit.
20 feet?
Uh,
What's the range on Flash of Genius? And how does that help?
well, no. What's the air feat I have? Bountiful Luck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can. I'll use my reaction so you can just re-roll.
You re-roll a 1
Whoa.
because he's sharing his lucky feat with you, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool. We haven't used that yet.
That's
I'm
really, like,
really happy about that. Cool.
Oh my god, thank you.
Didn't you win
So
that for
that-
gambling or something? I can't remember what you did, Gordon. Oh, and you got 2 nat 20s, that's why, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sonia.
That time was a 21.
A 21, indeed. You look at his magic, and although he tells you, kneel and serve, you look at him like, nah, bitch, that ain't me. However, he does manifest... Oh, God, I hadn't even thought about this. He does manifest next to you a weapon.
Ah,
Isn't it nice when enemies get action economy too? Isn't that
old
exciting? Yeah, and he's going to go ahead and swing it at you. That's an 18 to hit you?
Yes.
Okay, and that's a 1d8, right? You'd know?
I think
A 1d8 plus 1 force. So that's 3 force damage on you as his spiritual weapon strikes at you. Nico, how you doing back there? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Cool, very good.
Good. I will use my 40 movement speed to run up to E1.
Yep, as you gallop. That's the word I was looking for. Yes, gallop. across the
And
field.
then I will bonus action rage as lightning wreaths around me. They all need deck saves.
Oh, I've rolled twice on that guy. Ignore that. It's the wrong one. So the first one's a 5. This guy rolls a disadvantage. Oh, brutal. This guy rolls at advantage. He takes no damage if he succeeds. There's a 14. Is a 14 a success?
Let's. My save is 14, so yeah.
Okay, cool. That is 1, 2, 3 failures. And 2 successes, one of whom will take no damage.
Okay, that is 5 lightning damage.
Okay, cool.
And then. Oh man,
Oh,
my
no,
sword
that's-
probably isn't still blessed, is it?
Bless. No, I think Sonia blessed your sword in the morning. Doesn't she do that? Isn't that
That's
Sonia's
my...
thing?
Yeah, that's part of my morning ritual.
Yeah. She casts aid as well, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will stab him in the face. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Woohoo.
A dirty 20 to hit who? Sorry, E1.
E1, yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay,
Sorry, is this too loud? This music?
I don't know. My dice. are-
No. Okay, cool.
It's
You got
okay.
volume. 12 damage. Nico?
14 because of rage.
14 because of rage.
um,
Excellent.
And then I'll slash at him
He looks
again.
wounded. Go ahead and make a second attack.
That is 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Great. And that will be another 14.
Okay, he seems very wounded. Didn't like that.
That will be
Second
the
phase
end of
of
my turn. Yes.
Okay, cool. This is the gentleman that will take a swang at you. E3 is going to go ahead and attack you. That is a 22 and a crit. Cool. Let's roll the crit damage first as he attacks you with a dagger. That is 6 piercing damage reduced to 3 because of your range. And the
I need
spiritual
2
weapon,
more and I've got bingo.
the spiritual weapon
Already?
is 5 damage. Sonia, you're up.
All right. Which one casts the spiritual weapon? Is that E3? Oh, which
Yes,
one?
E1 casts spiritual weapon.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, I'm
He's nearly
gonna
dead.
get up. I thought so. I'm gonna get up there next to Nico.
Oh, okay.
Swing.
Spiritual weapons do not get attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, so I'm getting out of there.
Yeah.
Swing at E3 with my shiny new Warhammer. Just a second.
Sorry, you swing at E3 or E1? You asked who cast the spiritual weapon. It was E1.
I know, that was a confusing way to ask. I'm swinging at E3.
Okay, cool, right. Because you won't have advantage on E3. That's why I'm getting there. Cool, go ahead.
Yeah. Ooh, that is a 26 to hit.
That will go poop. Go ahead, thwack him.
Yay. Dang. For max damage, 12.
Does that include the radiant damage?
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
it do 1d6 radiant damage on hit? I think, or something.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 1d6. I thought that was only when I threw it.
No, 1d6 radiant damage on hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which of course doubles if you crit.
Yeah. Well, that's 1 radiant damage.
Cool, so that's 12 regular damage and 1 radiant damage. And this is a magical weapon, as was Nico's, so it does full damage. Let's go ahead and slash through that armor. You take 5 cold damage. No, you don't. Rubbish. They use the cold damage to negate the fireball. Cool, you do not take 5 cold damage. Don't take 5 cold damage. Any bonus
Okay.
action, Sonia?
Yes,
wait,
I'm
and you have
gonna...
You have a second attack as well? Or
I don't think so.
is that yet?
No.
No.
1.
Clerics don't.
Yeah.
Is it just War Cleric that gets it then? I thought it was Forge Cleric as well. Okay, no, it's just War Cleric. Okay, cool.
Yeah, now I'm gonna summon my spiritual weapon next to E1.
Mhm.
And, see how he likes that. Okay. 14
W for
plus
Wand of Wisdom.
5, I think.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2 can play at that spiritual weapon game
Mm-hmm.
for powerful 3 damage.
3 is enough.
Yes!
And this is an anvil that bonks him on the head, yes?
It absolutely is.
Excellent.
He's crushed
See you
cartoonishly.
later, Mr. Crushed Man.
So his
Okay.
spiritual weapon disappeared?
Yes, I will
Right?
get to that when I find it.
Cool.
It's hanging around somewhere.
I don't want to
Okay.
leave that over there by Corralin.
Oh, the music for your deaths has kicked in already. Sorry. Never mind. I'll play it again later. Okay.
No faith in us.
No, I just, this music is particularly not what I was expecting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Maya's going to walk up 10 feet, and then she's going to throw her dagger at the warlock. Which will do me a 22 to hit for 4 damage. Lovely. Gonna do that 4 damage. And she will teleport to it as it arrives and catch it in her hand as it bounces back. She will then turn to Nico. And she'll do some sort of kawaii yell at you to tell you to take them out because, well, I can't do that sort of voice. But it sounds like Hannah being really reassuring. Yeah, go ahead and take Bardic Inspiration, Nico. And I think her Bardic Inspiration will now be a D8? Yes, it is.
Come on, James. That was on my bingo. Why'd you have to use it?
What was on your bingo?
That Mai doesn't use inspiration for a whole fight.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Yeah, she will inspire you because she had nothing better to do with her bonus action.
They
Dane,
healed
Dane,
me.
Dane, you're up. She wouldn't have done that.
No.
No.
Ridiculous. Yeah, Dane.
Okay. I'll move to be in front of Night Eyes.
25 feet, yeah.
You can cast a cantrip as a bonus action and then cast an actual spell as an action, right?
What cantrip are you casting as a bonus action?
Shillelagh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'll cast Shillelagh
Mm-hmm.
as my bonus action, and then as my action, I'm gonna cast knife, and I'm gonna throw it at E4. So I
Okay.
need all the buddies to give me a dex saving throw.
Can you? What's the radius on that?
60 feet. Oh
No,
no,
that's the
and
range.
the yeah, no, they're 5 feet, so it's
5
gonna
feet.
hit all the bad guys, but
So
none of
you're
my
hitting
friends.
You're throwing at E4, yeah?
Yeah, the one in the middle.
You
Yeah,
need to roll to
E4.
hit first.
Yeah, but even if it's
Yeah, I'm
it
making the dex saves,
still
but you
does
need to
the-
roll to hit first, yeah.
Oh yeah. 26 to hit.
That'll hit. That's a 17 on one dex save. That is a dex save at disadvantage for either the Warlock or the Fiend. He's really having a bad day. You've given him like 20 dex saves. It's a dex save with advantage, and he takes no damage if he succeeds on our little drow, and that's a 26. And E3 gets a 20, sorry. Yep, so 3 successes and a failure. But the original target succeeded. However, you did hit him with the original damage. So what was your initial damage?
And 1.
1. Okay. Well, he's hurt, I guess. It's the first time he's been hit this combat. And the dex save damage?
12.
And it's 0 damage on a successful save, correct?
I think so. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yep. Does that conclude your turn, Dane?
Yep.
Night Eyes?
He's gonna go and he's gonna go for E3.
He will attack with advantage due to back tactics. Go ahead.
Yep. Oh god. For some reason, anytime I'm gonna roll nice damage, this decides to be slow. Come on. It's a wolf. He's quick. Okay, there we go. Bite. Advantage. Oh, natural 20 for 10 damage.
Yay! Good dog.
He is not a dog. But never mind. Dane, does that conclude both of your turns?
And yep, that was movement, action, bonus action, night
Okay.
eyes, and yep, I'm done.
Right, E4 is going to vault into the air, and as he comes down, he will slash once at Sonia, and once at Nico, and once at Corin.
One against Nico is disadvantage.
Okay, well, we'll give him the natural 1. So, yeah, that's the natural 1 to hit Nico. That's a 25 to hit Sonia,
Yep.
and a 17 to hit Corin.
A shield.
Okay.
Oh no,
so-
I can't. No, never mind.
No,
I
you
used my
can't use
action.
both reactions, I'm afraid.
Dang it.
Sonia, that is 10 piercing damage and 7 poison damage, to which you are resistant, so you may take half damage. I then need a Constitution saving throw with advantage, please. For you.
Okie dokie. If we're saying I cast aid, also I would have done it for Orin, Mai, and Kelaan. So you have 5 temp HP.
Okay.
Constitution save, a dirty 20, and a 12.
Sorry, I'm trying to do my thing.
Is it temp HP or is it?
Sorry, what was your... No, it's increased to max HP. What was your... But I thought she said Corin, Mai, and... Who was the third one? Was it Kelaan?
Kelaan.
Right, okay, sorry, misunderstood. I'm really sorry.
Dirty
What was your
20.
con save? Right, that's success, so nothing more. Corin, you take 8 piercing damage. You take 11 poison damage, and I will take a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's hit point maximum.
24.
Okay, that's also a success. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay, I need a dex save from Corin, Nico, and Mai. Sorry, Corin, Nico, and Sonia. Nico, you will make this at advantage because you can.
Because
see.
it's an effect that I can see.
Okay, let's see if any of you are still alive.
God, I got 11.
I got a 12.
Wait. Is this one that Owen makes because I'm on him?
Yes, both of you.
Oh, both of us.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
A 10-foot wall of flames appears along the line of the three of you.
Ugh.
As This is E5 casting. Natural 20. Good job. What about
Very nice.
the which one is the save for you and which one is the save for Omar?
The net 20 is for me. Oh my god, and rolled a 5, so he got an 8.
Okay, so let me get this clear. So if you got below an 18, you will take 27 fire damage.
Woof.
No, not woof. That's
I'm
what
down.
my dice say.
I'm down.
If you got above an 18, you will take 13 fire damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
Oh no.
If you are still alive and you are within that range, still up, you will need to make a strength saving throw. That includes my.
Okay.
I think it's time to let them kidnap me.
Never.
Okay.
Strength save. Ooh.
As he puts his hands out and black tendrils shoot. This is the boss. Black tendrils shoot out of him. E3 is going to die to this.
Good.
E4 is going to ignore it. Let me go ahead and roll damage.
That was a 22 on my strength save.
Okay, so you shall take half
Well, damn.
of 14 necrotic damage.
Cool. I'm down.
Okay, so you're down. Nico, are you up or down?
I'm down.
We're down,
Corin?
baby.
I'm down.
Omar?
Oma just got down from that.
Okay. In that case, he will look to Mai, and he will use his Eldritch Blast. That's a miss. That's a hit. And that's a hit. So that is 2d10 plus 8. That is 24 damage. Mai is unconscious.
Yeah.
Corin, death save, please.
Whoa.
Success! Nice! Corallan, you're up.
It doesn't count as casting a spell if I use a scroll, correct?
You could use a bonus action to cast a second spell, correct?
I'm gonna use my scroll of fireball.
He'll
Oh
counterspell
my
that.
god.
He will dispel that?
He will counterspell that, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going to
That will
Misty
prevent the
Step.
scroll from being expired, by the way.
Awesome. I'm going to Misty Step up to the north 30 feet.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, you're hiding in a bush.
I am hiding in a bush.
Okay, you'll have partial cover. Nico, I need a death saving throw, please. $15, success, nice. Sonia, I need a death saving throw, please.
The whole point of rolling just to you was so that no one else could see. Just announcing them at everyone. That's at 15.
I didn't know any of you were rolling just to me. Sorry. Does increase the tension.
Oh my god, it was on the 20.
Oh,
fuck
that's
off.
an 8. Mai will make her death saving throw. That's a 7. Okay. Dane, it's your turn.
Is, isn't it, huh? Okay. Yep, I mean, time to start getting some people up. I'm gonna use a 3rd level healing word on Nico.
The other warlock will counterspell that.
Oh my god. Demons.
Okay, that was a bonus action. And then, as my I'm gonna move to be right behind Nico.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use my Band of the Dryad to heal Nico.
Beautiful.
No, wait, I'm sorry. No, because then... No, I mean, Nico's good, yeah. I'll get Nico up.
Okay.
Maybe...
That's a 2d4 plus 4.
So many people down. I have to... Wait, I'm trying to think who I should heal, because everybody's down, and Nico cannot get anybody up. Oh,
It is,
God.
however,
But
Nico's
Nico,
turn.
you know,
Give
No,
me
Corin's
5 minutes
turn.
and let me Right.
It's Corin's turn next. I don't know if he can get anyone up, but it is Corin's turn next, if that helps. Not next, I mean, but at some point soon.
I've never seen Corin heal anybody.
I think it is technically
Uh.
possible, but
It is.
It is. I just haven't learned how to.
Not with this build.
fair.
Yeah.
Yep. So. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking that she'll help me get people up because literally half the party's dying right now. I'm gonna heal Sonia.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead and give me healing for Sonya.
Or 7.
All right.
That will bring us to the
And-
Night Eyes.
Oh wait, no.
Oh,
I
sorry.
still have a little bit of movement.
Yep.
I still have a little bit of movement. I'm gonna use it to go hide behind a tree.
Cool. That will
I
bring
have
us to Night Eyes.
Movement left. I want to move like to that little tree to the side.
Oh, I thought I put you behind a tree. Is this
Okay,
not
can
where
I
you
go
meant?
attack E4?
Okay. Yep, go ahead and make your
Yeah.
attack.
Okay, come on, Night Eyes, kill. Right. 13 probably misses.
That'll miss.
Okay.
Okay. That brings us to our friend the Drow. He will vault over Sonia's head and slash her in the back.
Good.
25 to hit you.
Yes.
9 slashing.
Oh boy.
The poison's
Sorry.
irrelevant, right?
Sorry, Dane.
The poison's irrelevant, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
down
He will
again.
then swing at your body on the ground, and will do the same for Nico.
Wow. Oh, really?
That is a dirty 20 to hit you, Sonia, and you will take 2 death saving fails.
Cool, cool, cool.
And Nico, you will also take 2 death saving fails, as that is a 23 to hit you. And then I'm afraid that you are all in a wall of fire. And it's that dude's turn again.
Well, guys.
You
This
just...
point, while
Oh
the
my
three of
god!
you-
Does this mean I get to re-roll as a rogue?
Bear with me, please.
Oh.
There are still 2 people alive in this combat. I need a charisma saving throw out of Kelaan, please.
What's this mess? That is a natural 20 for a 19.
Please give me a second. I want to see the range on Silvery Boss. Oh no, I've used Counterspell. I can't. Okay, yeah, cool. Then he will just Eldritch Blast you. Eldritch Blast is a bonus action. It's such a disgusting way of making these guys effective. That's a 17 and a 21 to hit you. I'm assuming the 6 will miss.
Reaction shield. Only one of those will hit me.
Okay, cool. That will be 13 force damage.
Right.
And the next Warlock will look at... Oh, Dane's hiding. That's nice, isn't it?
We're both hiding.
Yeah, but it's sort of different. He'll Misty Step over here. Oh no, he can't Misty Step over there and then still cast a spell. Maybe he'll just take a little walk. Night Eyes can make an attack of opportunity.
To him, Night Eyes. Save Papa.
Good luck. He needs to do 69 damage.
16? 16 for 7?
That'll miss. I need a charisma save out of Dane.
Oh, I'm bad at those charisma. Okay. I mean,
That warlock
Minus
really looked
one.
me in the eyes and said, "Your soul is mine."
Sorry, what did you get?
-1.
-1? Sick. You'll be told to approach and remain still. He won't make you walk into the fire, but he will make you walk up it here. And stand next to him. At this point, he will call out to Kelaan. Your friends are on death's door. If you want them to live, now's your chance to come out.
Admit you're gay. Admit it.
We've been watching you and
This
Nico
is-
for weeks now.
This is
We
what
know
this-
what's
know.
This is
going
what this
on.
whole this is what this whole fight has been about.
Okay, anyway, Kelaan, this is your chance. Come peacefully or run away and leave your friends to die.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
I'm going to take the band off my arm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw it on the ground in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Firebolt on it.
Oh wow.
Okay. You cast Firebolt on it. It sort of, for a moment, looks like it's reflected the magic as the Firebolt pings off in another direction. But then the flames catch and it begins to burn. Any bonus action?
Oh, Misty Step right up into the face of E5.
Okay.
And I'll
is that
headbutt
your
him.
surrender? Oh, you've got to headbutt him. I love it. That's 2 actions, but I'll give it to you as a free action that you attempt it.
Let's do it
Sure,
on arm
Alan's-
stripe.
No, it doesn't really. Well, I mean that's not going to hit anyway.
Your
not
fragile
gonna
bird
hit,
like
but yeah.
bones.
Okay, I'm going to skip over the death saves for this round. I think only Corin is capable of making one right now. You have 2 fails in your death save, but regardless, you're in a wall of fire, so you can't make. Oh, you can go ahead and roll for a nat 20. That's what you can do, Corin. Sorry, I forgot about that. You could get a nat 20. Or you could not. Nico is full out. Sonia is
Yeah, I've still
full
got one
out.
death save.
No, you took another 2 failures from the wall of fire on the ground.
My first one was a.
You were stabbed and for 2 fails.
Oh, right.
And the wall of fire. Yeah. The same for Sonia. Maya's irrelevant right now. Dane. Right now, they don't seem to be paying you much attention. They've told you to stand and wait. You may make a charisma save to escape.
This is the one, Dane.
This is. I have a -3 on charisma saves, guys. I think I should
Oh.
tell you that right now.
You need a nat 20. Okay.
He's gonna get
Wow.
it.
Night Eyes runs off into the trees and they don't pursue. At this point,
No.
the drow warrior leaps over, runs over, and then leaps over Kelaan. Kelaan, I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice, please.
Okay.
As he
That
takes
was
some
me
sort of
surrendering, by the
psychic.
way.
Oh yeah,
The
I noticed.
headbutt?
He took some sort of psychic leash in his hands, and as he leapt over, he attempts to like rip your arms behind your back.
That is a 15.
He
Wow.
will make his. Ironically, you succeed. Lucky you.
On a strength save, baby. Let's go.
Okay, that's a 26 to hit you.
I mean, yeah, that'll hit.
That is 10 piercing damage, 14
Kill
poison
it.
damage.
How much on top of that?
10 piercing, 14 poison.
And I'm downed.
Okay, cool. He'll then tie your hands behind your back. And as you all fall unconscious, apart from Dane, who is forced to remain in place as he is blindfolded and has his arms tied behind him. We'll take a short break. Welcome back. Welcome back. Our whole party is dead. What a shame. In episode 12 of Darkness Over Kelaan, we'll all be playing Halflings. No.
Yay.
So, as the lights stir, you all awaken. As you look round quickly, you are in a cave. Standing at the entrance to the cave are two giants of the storm giant variety. And sitting in front of you on a wooden chair is a female, about 19 years old. She has blonde hair. She looks pretty relaxed. She sits sort of with one leg up on the edge of the chair. And as you all wake up... Oh, good! You made it. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Sorry for the violent grabbing of you, but I didn't think you'd want to be seen to be cooperating. How are you feeling? You okay? I had one of my men see to some of your wounds. Are you alright there? As you all look around, you are all there. Except for Nico.
Is Night Eyes here?
No.
No.
Him neither.
It seems that she was mixed up in a lot more than just a giant.
She looks at you and... Well, guess you have some questions, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Number one, where's Nico?
Nico. Oh, is he the one with the spirit inside him?
Yes. Not looking at Dane.
I'm really sorry. He's undergoing a painful operation. He'll be returned to you at some point, maybe if he survives it.
Oh. Okay.
We
I
beat
do
up
have a
your
question though.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck is going on, Penelope?
That's rather vague of you. You'd be Dane, right? The Kalistar rot dude. Yeah? With the...
Yeah,
You can see the moss, yeah. You'd be Dane.
you'll be Penelope, the Kalashtar witch hybrid. Right?
Oh. I don't believe all that you hear. It's not always the way you think it is, Dane. Anyway, did you want to be more specific with your questions?
Yeah, okay. Are you working with the cult of the Old God?
Oh, goodness me, no. Would you have me down for a criminal?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
You almost killed me.
I
pretty
did
much
nothing of the
thought that you were
sort.
evil.
I haven't even left this cave.
The
You
men
have
you
your power.
sent were from the cult of the old god.
I didn't send anyone. What makes you assume that?
Because
Okay,
you
how-
said you sent men and they
No.
were.
I said I apologise for your method of transport, but I didn't think you'd want to be seen as cooperating with their group. It was me that told them to, make sure that you survived the ordeal. I wanted to speak to you, to meet you. You spoke to Becca, didn't you? How is she, by the way?
Being abused as always.
Well, that's not very good, is it? Well, never mind, And what about old Daddy? How's he doing?
Going through
As
some
an
mental-
alcoholic as ever.
Some mental problems.
Angry.
Well, anyway, you had some questions, Dane, did you not? As I said, be more specific and I'll answer some. We've got time to talk. Oh, I'm being so rude. Here, have a drink. And with that, she gestures and coming out from behind her sort of little chair, a dwarf who appears to have his hands they're not bound like together, but you see that there are manacles around his wrists. You see that his hair is unkempt. One of his eyes is missing and the other has a large scar over it. And his lips have been sewn together.
It seems to me that you're involved in a lot more than just running away from home.
Oh, that's true. I didn't know your name was Dane.
Oh, my name is Dane. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
me.
you. Yeah, you had a question, didn't you? I
okay.
told you to be more
I just
specific. Come
like-
on. Time's a ticking.
Okay, next question. Are you keeping this guy your slave? Like, what are you doing? What are you involved with?
What am I involved with? Well, really, Penelope, not much. What was left of her is long gone. Me, however,
Buddy,
well, I'm to be your god.
your god?
I will be, soon enough. Right now I remain chained.
Are
Do
we
you have
like
a name?
I'm not sure you're worthy to speak my name. You may call me the chained god. For that right now is what I am.
Okay,
Yeah, are we
I'll call
bound
you
in any
Cheney
way?
then.
Nope. You are completely free to walk around the room however you please.
any exits to this room?
Yeah, the one with the two giants guarding it at the door.
No.
The mouth of
Okay.
the cave.
All right.
Look, there's no reason we can't be civil. Some of you are going to be very useful to me. Like Nico. I do hope he's doing okay.
Yeah. Can you point us? Can I go check on him?
Mm-hmm. We want to check on him. Well,
Yeah.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, darling. He's so very far away.
Like.
Your people killed my friend. I am quite upset. They decapitated her.
Oh, Dane, you've never had any friends, but... Well,
It's uncalled for.
the person you believe was your friend... I mean, things were necessary. But who do you speak of, anyway? You don't mean that old bat, do you?
Yes, that old bat took me in when nobody else will. She was really important to me, and they just killed her for a bracelet. It appears.
That's got nothing to do with me, I'm afraid. You need to take that up with... Oh, the Black Swords. I don't know what her name is. The Duchess. Oh, she was useful. Melisande. You need to take that up with her. I had nothing to do with the killing of that old bat. She's not useful. Besides, as you can see, I don't kill people unless I have to. You're alive, aren't you? And, well, somewhat all right.
That is true. You're a very reasonable chained goddess, I guess.
Well,
What do you want with us? Besides
and
Nico.
now we get on to useful things, eh? Let's talk about how you can be useful. Wonderful. Well, basically, I want you to go about doing exactly what you're doing. Go ahead. Wander around the world, adventure as you please. Just carry this. And with that, she pulls out a black necklace made of interlinked stones, gems. Within each one appears to be a dark flame burning constantly. And around each stone are silver chains drawn neatly. At the bottom of the necklace sits a single large black diamond. Just you, Sonia. Just pop this on for me and you can all go about your way.
I'm not really a jewelry kind of girl.
Oh, what a shame. I can have it welded to your body if that's better.
No, I'd rather not that. What is this?
Do it,
Indeed.
Sonia.
Well, there you are.
Very
There's the
tacky.
real question. It's a conduit, darling. It just
Mm.
means that I will be able to see everything you see and hear everything you hear. And feel everything you feel. Isn't that wonderful? We can be bonded like friends. I
I
won't
don't like that.
I won't be taking control of you or doing any possession or anything, you know. I'm kind of... One person's enough at a time, don't you think? You know, Scott gets around, but not that much. Well, in the meantime, all you have to do, pop the necklace on. What you see, I see. What you hear, I hear. And you go and make a name for yourselves. Become heroes of the realm. Wouldn't that be wonderful and lovely? And then, when everybody looks to you to stop me, well, you won't.
Eh?
So really, what I need you to do is achieve everything you've wanted to achieve. Make your forge. Get yourselves rich and famous. This one here, and she gestures towards Kelaan. This one here can make a name for himself. Be wonderful. Be everything. This one can create all sorts of exciting inventions and show them off to the world, or whatever it is that you want, little halfling. I don't know. You're hard to read. And then she looks over at Dane, and I don't know, you can go about spending another few years pretending you've got friends. And you can sort out your temper, and she points at Mai. You know, you can all have a happy time together and do the things you want to do. And then at the end, what do you call it? A win-win, right? Except I win on both accounts. Oh, excuse me for a
Yeah,
second.
I think you've made a mistake.
Excuse me for a second. I'm busy. You can be quiet for a moment. And you see she focuses on something else for a second and comes back to you. Oh, it seems your friend survived. Or somewhat, at least. That's good, isn't it? Sorry, you were saying, Dane?
I think it seems you've made a mistake. You see, yes, we have like these goals we want to achieve, but also we care about a general sense of justice and good. I think it's more of like our ultimate goal. So your proposition isn't really that
Well,
compelling.
you get to do all these lovely, good, nice things, you know. You can go and save the children and, you know, take in all the lovely animals and protect the world from the forces of evil and destruction. Apart from me, of course, because I don't want to destroy anything. And, of course, I'm not really evil.
Are you not?
No. In fact, when I was around first time, evil wasn't really invented. There was just power
Yeah.
and dominion. And why shouldn't I dominate everything? It's my right. It's my birthright.
I only have one Dobby mommy.
Oh,
Oh, calm down. I'm not old enough to be your mother, Kelaan. I know that you have some issues where that's concerned, but I'm not here to fill a gap for you. I'm sorry. So, Sonia, it's really quite simple. We're acting like there's lots of choice and discussion here, but you're going to put on this necklace, and you're all going to go about your way and have a lovely time. And hopefully we don't see each other for another 10 years. And then, at that time, you can't, you know, you kind of just carry on living. I'll let you live, don't worry. That's all. The other option is, well, so devastatingly frustrating.
What's the other option? I'd like
I
to hear
have to
it.
kill you off and find another group, and they get to, you know,
Oh.
cultivate them to start trying to rescue people from the Black Swords, which don't exist, by the way. I'm sorry, you're chasing shadows. And then, you know, after all of that, setting up and cultivating, and I work so damn hard!
Mm.
And then I'll have to make it
Chain-
happen to
chain
somebody
God?
else. Yes.
I'm sorry. You said that you were involved in my friend's killing because the Black Swords did it,
Well,
but now you're saying
no.
the Black Swords don't exist, so...
The Black Swords don't exist, but Melisande was told to create a distraction, something that gave the appearance of evil, so that, you know, adventurers would rise to the cause and defend the world from evil. And 2 such groups responded. And that's wonderful, isn't it? 2 groups, not 1, 2. That's lovely. And both of you are going to be so useful to me. So please, don't ruin all my hard work and make me have to kill you. It would be such a waste. You could be so useful.
Can we go see Nico before I make this decision?
Well, he's a little indisposed, but, well, maybe we should have a lovely meal together and we can wait. How does that sound? We can watch. Would you like to watch?
Yeah, watch
Oh,
what?
lovely. And then she sort of skips out of her chair. And by the way, she's wearing no shoes. She's wearing like a light skirt and sort of a sort of light flowy top. And she sort of almost skips up to the wall and she paints a square on it. And within that square, we see Nico. And I was really hoping that that would be a little smoother. Let's try that again.
Can you imagine she paints it and Nico's like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I'm on TV. Hi, Uncle Joe."
And as she paints that square, you see Nico. Nico is lying on a wooden board. His hands are tied underneath the board, and his feet are manacled down. And you see there is a man leaning over him, covered in tattoos. Even his face is tattooed. He holds a single dagger and he's making intricate carvings down the side of Nico's face.
Oh.
Nico's eyes are awake and screaming with pain, but he doesn't move. As he attempts to call upon some magic, Nico's whole body lifts from the table, his chest bouncing forward. And you see marks like the old god's marks ripple all over Nico's body like the tattoos, and then disappear. You hear a slight whimper, as even through the paralysis, Nico is able to let out a slight sound of pain. Again, the gentleman puts his carvings to work on the other side of Nico's face. You can see that he loves his work, as he strokes Nico's skin gently after each time. Again, he raises his hands and he begins to chant. At this point, Penelope turns to you and, should we have some dinner? I've got some veal. Yeah, good. Right.
No.
Come on, bring it out.
No, no,
And
no.
the dwarf begins to come round and starts handing you all plates. And at one point, if you go to refuse, she'll sort of wave at you, and you will be forced to take the plate and sit down. Come on now, be polite. Well, anyway, as I was saying, what they're trying to do is that there's a spirit in Nico that could be really useful. And I kind of need it for my cause, and, well, I was expecting it to be loose and free, and it's such a shame that it's not. But it's very convenient, isn't it, that he was part of the... Oh, I'm sorry, he's being quite loud, isn't he? Shh. And with that, she sort of mutes the image of Nico's screaming. And, well, anyway, as I was saying, the spirit there is, well, I'm gonna need it, and therefore it's gonna have to come out of Nico. Because if that doesn't work, we've got some serious problems, because he's going to have to go seeking another one. I don't know where he's going to find one of those, and that's going to be, oh, well, such, as I said, I put in so much hard work. I don't want this to come to fruition. At this moment, those of you who are watching see a different mark across Nico's chest. Like a singular lightning bolt wreathed in smoke and steam. It sort of flares up on his chest. Moves away. Nico, I need a charisma save, please. I need a pen. Okay. And then again, you see these black tattoos wreathing his face. And they move away. Every time these tattoos writhe, those cuts that the man has just made into Nico's face disappear. The man starts to carve down your neck. I need a wisdom save, please.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
How far away? So, like, this is like a TV screen, so we can't.
Pretty much.
We don't,
You've got no idea
yeah.
where he is. He appears to be in a relatively well-kept house.
Would you like a nat 1 or a nat 1?
I'll take the nat 1.
Oh.
Thank you. Kelaan, you can go ahead and give me an insight check on where he is. At this point, oh, sorry, didn't mean to punch my microphone. Penelope
It's a
turns around to you.
-2.
Penelope turns... Oh, you got a -1 on your insight check?
-2 on my insight check.
It's a building.
Not even sure of that.
Yeah, you think it might be a building. At this point, Penelope turns around to you. Well, come on, tuck in. The food's lovely. I love veal, especially when it's so beautifully cooked. You see, this gentleman here used to be a chef. Isn't that lovely? He cooks for a living, and he gets to carry on doing what he does. Unfortunately, he had a real mouth on him, so we had to deal with that. But otherwise, you know... I didn't take the eye out, by the way. He was already like that. A kitchen incident or something, I don't know. I just want to make that clear.
You lose an eye in the kitchen.
That's
Well,
not too hard.
dwarves can get
It
quite
is full
violent
of
in their
knives.
kitchens, to be fair. Anyway, so, well, chop aside, oh dear, that one looked painful, didn't it? And she gestures back towards the TV screen. As you see, Nico, his whole body is, like, taut off of the table. Nico, I need an intelligence save, please.
Of all the times to not be a gnome.
This is all magical effects, you are correct. No?
Sorry,
I haven't
that's
rolled the last
it's a 6.
Okay, because you rolled 1 to me, but the others you've been rolling out loud, so... Okay. Well, oh, yeah, that did look painful, but never mind. As I was saying, Chop Chop, very useful. I've got lots of people who are very useful. I do treat my servants well. Oh, speaking of servants, Corin, that contraption. You have a name for it, right? Here. And she clicks her fingers, and Omar walks into the cave. Walks over to her and kneels at her feet. Such clever, intricate work. You could be something, you know. Or make something of yourself. Beautiful. You can have it back. I've studied what I wanted to study of it. What do you think? And then she sort of gestures, and a gnome sort of comes out of the shadows at the back of the cave, and he's carrying in his hand a tiny little model of a steel cat. He shows it to you, and Omar has been badly replicated. It's almost... Only Corin would really even notice, like, because of the connection, that's what they tried to do. But it moves really stiffly, and it appears to be struggling to stay standing. She looks at you, Corin. What do you think? Oh, come on. Let us know. Let it all out. No point keeping secrets in here, darling. How are you feeling?
His face says it all.
She sort of moves over and sort of lifts her hand up to stroke the side of your face. Oh, darling, come on. We're all friends here. We'll eat your meal anyway. Don't mind. And then she turns back to the gnome and, Gnabrak, take your crappy copy away. You'll have to try again better next time. Even though he appears upset, it's quite obvious he also thinks your work is shoddy. Get better. Or we'll find somebody else. Maybe your son. With this, the gnome scurries away back into the back of the cave. Oh, Nico, you just got stabbed in the chest by a knife. Can I take a Constitution saving throw, please? Was the warlock's getting a little more violent.
That's an 18.
Nice. Okay. Your friend's doing quite well there. He's a beautiful specimen, isn't he? Look at those muscles. Maybe at some point. She looks over to you, Kelaan. There is something we have to discuss. Melisande gave you something she really shouldn't have given you. Come on. Give it back.
I'm more open and willing than ever to give this ring to somebody else.
Great. She holds her hand out. You're very lucky, you know. I wasn't so distracted with Penelope. Well, it could have been you. That would have been awful for both of us, wouldn't it? At least I'm attractive this way.
Ouch.
Well, and you get to carry on existing. I mean, that's a small bonus for you and a small negative for everyone else in the world. Oh dear. Oh, turn it off. She looks over to the screen, and Nico is currently got a knife behind his eye. Nico, I need a strength save, please.
$13.
Oh, it's close. And she, yeah, no. Some experiences so messy, aren't they? And so grim. Be that as it may. You see she sort of places her hand in front of the screen, and the sound comes back on, and you can hear Nico's sort of quiet whimpers as if his vocal cords are restricted. Do hurry up in there, Morenus. I need that spirit, and I need it now. Come on. Snappy. Let's go. Nico, I need one final save from you, a dexterity save. No, you cannot see this.
Can't die!
What is it?
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Oh, well, that's lovely, isn't it? He sort of looks at him. He's still struggling onwards. Imagine that. Well, Nico, roll a d20 just to me. As you seem to have 50-50'd your rolls.
Uh-oh.
As she says this, you notice the screen begins to crackle slightly. And more than ever, the sort of strange lightning bolt that you've never seen on Nico, I don't think Nico's ever seen a lightning bolt on his chest either, sort of flares up again, covered in a wreath of storm clouds. And then you see Nico's eyes begin to glaze over with lightning bolts, like you've seen when he rages. His entire skin begins to crackle with lightning as he bursts from the table. You see a sort of spirit of lightning step through Nico and out. It grabs the warlock by his throat, its hand made of pure lightning, and squeezes gently until it dies. As the tattooed warlock falls on the ground, Nico, we flick to you. Hi there. How are you feeling? You're on 1 HP, by the way. Cool. And
how am I feeling? I'm feeling I feel like, is this where I become a storm sorcerer? Multi-class.
hell no. Okay. You find yourself in a small room in the front of a house. You're unsure exactly where you are. I invite you to look around. And as you do so, you will see your clothes and your sword neatly on the...
I only wear pants. I'm a barbarian,
Yep.
James.
You'll see them neatly... Well, I'm assuming you have some shoes. You see them neatly folded upon a chair to the side. Your
So
sword upon the top.
I killed that guy, right?
You were not aware of killing that guy, but as you look down, you do see that his throat appears to have been ripped out. And he's singed like he was burnt with lightning.
Okay, I will put my pants on and my shoes.
Okay. It's a one-room house. There's a little fireplace burning in the corner, and there's a torture table.
Are my weapons about?
Your sword was on top of your clothing. Everything else is neatly stacked at the end of the table.
Okay, I'll pick up all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I'll start, like, I'll check the body, see if there was anything on him.
He wore nothing but a black cloak, black trousers, black shoes, and a necklace of some sort with a dark pendant at the bottom.
I'll take the pendant. I won't put it on.
Give me an intelligence save.
That's an 80.
Yeah, it burns incredibly hot to the touch as soon as you touch it. Like it's so cold, it's hot.
I know what you mean.
You
Yeah,
are, however, if you wish, able to wrap it in his cloak and transport it like that.
Okay, yeah, I'll rip his cloak, put it in that.
Yeah. Cool. So you didn't take any damage from that. And are you stepping outside?
Good, because I'd rather not go back unconscious.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll look around the rest of the house if there's.
It's
you
one
know-
room.
Oh, it's just one room.
One room,
Yeah,
one burning
okay.
fire. And,
Okay,
a
and
torch table.
nothing else. Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll leave.
Okay. As you step outside,
I say
Is-
leave. I'll like be limping out. I was obviously in a lot of pain. I'm assuming.
as you step outside, it is pouring with rain. Although to the rest of you, as you look out the cave, it is light. Nico, it is dark. There is a storm raging
How
downwards.
relaxing.
And you hear thunder as lightning streaks down from the sky. All of it pulled to the center of your body. You may take a long rest,
Oh.
as this will rejuvenate you. But you will also fall unconscious. After a couple of hours, at least, something like that, you come round and find yourself still in the rain and thunder, but in the daytime. Trees surround you, and you see a path about 12 foot in front of you, leading up to the east and down to the west. As you look down the path, sort of down to the west, you notice that it appears to lead out into a clearing of some sort, as if to the end of the forest. As you look up to the right, you see gnarled trees around what looks to be the entrance to some sort of set of tunnels or caves.
Okay, I'll head towards the caves.
Okay.
And as I do, I'll just be like, Sonia, Karelin, Corin, Dane, my. Karelin.
Oh, did you say crime? Okay, I thought you left it out. I thought it was quite amusing. Anyway, yeah, none of you hear this. We flick back to you guys. You're having a lovely dinner. Not. As you sit round with our lovely Penelope. And when the image crackled on the screen, the two giants at the front of the cave marched off, as if going to look for something. She looks to you, and I hate it when my hard work is not fruitful. Nico will be with us shortly. Don't worry. I think he survives this.
Was that supposed to happen?
No. The spirit in him is very powerful, you know. With this, she
Yeah,
turns
it
to
is.
Dane. There's a spirit in you, too.
Yeah.
All your people like this?
Like what exactly?
With a spirit inside them, like some kind of symbiotic bond?
Not everybody, I guess.
How intimate. Your people weren't invented the last time I ruled the world. Well, never mind. With this, she's gonna walk up to Dane and put her hand on his chest. Dane, you feel a lurching, like, sort of... Do you know when you go over a speed bump and, like, your stomach stays behind? Like when you go down a hill in a car. Or on a bicycle, I guess, if you go over a hill and, like, your stomach just drops out, right? You get that sort of feeling. And then, you come back around and you feel a little dizzy, but nothing seems to have happened. And she's recoiled and... Oh! No, I don't want anything to do with that one. Oh, goodness me. How'd you cope with that inside you? That's positively vile. It's so good. So... So nurturing. So sickly sweet. Oh, vile. Well. Oh! You hear that? And at this point you hear... Sonia! Kelaan! Dane! My... Coming down the hill. Coming down the hall, even. And, oh, good. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Bring him in! Nico, you feel yourself seized by something invisible. And you are frog-marched into the room. Or you are let go. And you see Penelope in front of you and your friends. Isn't that nice?
I'll draw my great sword and point it towards Penelope. I don't know who you are. I don't know where we are. I don't know what you tried to do to me. But let my friends go, you dumb bitch.
That's a god!
She puts her hand to the end of your sword, and as she pushes, it melts. She pushes down to the hilt. I really wouldn't do that if I was you. Your friends and I were just coming to a lovely agreement. And that they were gonna sort of go and wander the world and do as they were doing and save the world and do all these lovely things.
Since she went down to the hilt, she must be very close, right?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, then I'll just drop the hilt and I'll swing.
Okay. She sort of reaches up very gently, and with her hand, just takes your hand and holds it dead still. Please, let's be civil, friendly. Unless, and with that, she puts her other hand to your chest, and you feel her nail begin to cut through your skin towards your heart.
Ugh.
I think we should remain civil. Besides, you're going to be useful to me. Come now.
None of us are. Or wait, are any of us? Are we armed?
Yeah, she gave you all your
Shit.
weapons and
We
armor and
move.
everything.
Okay. Well, when
mean-
she starts doing that, I'll throw my hammer at her.
Without even looking behind her, she just reaches a hand up, lets go of Nico's chest, reaches a hand up, catches the hammer, and dwarves. Tosses it to the side.
Okay.
Look,
I'm gonna
This
call
is
it
gonna
back
be
like Thor.
nice and simple. You're going
This
to go
was
out,
for free, huh?
and you're going to go and do good in the world.
Why?
and
Why do you
protect
want
it
us to
from
do
evil.
that? Why? Why?
Because you need to be renowned adventurers, so when the world turns to you to save it from me, it is you that is called.
Why would we not protect it from you?
Because betrayal is absolutely fucking delicious. And I love it.
Then you'll love it when we betray you.
Well, yes, everybody has a hope and a dream, and I need you to cling to that, because otherwise you won't truly fight for the saving of the world, will you? I want you to fight for the saving of the world. I just need you to wear the necklace. And at this point, you see she's beginning to lose control a little bit and get angry. At this point, Nico, she accidentally squeezes too hard on your arm, and she's going to break the bones in your left arm. And then she sort of lets go in her anger and sort of sits herself down in the chair, crosses her legs. I don't like getting mad. Oh, you're hurt. Come here. And she sort of pulls her hand towards her, and Nico, your whole body is just dragged towards her. And she puts her hand on your hand, and she heals your arm. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lose my temper. Look, boys and girls, it's not a lot to ask, is it? Go and be you,
Seems like you're the one with the hope
and
and a dream.
wear the necklace.
Why did you want my spirit?
Wow, now we're asking questions again. We did this bit earlier.
I wasn't here for it, so you're gonna have to go through it all again.
I'm a god. I want the world. Your spirit is useful. I want it back. I used it
How
last
useful?
time. Your people weren't invented last time. I
How
used the
useful?
thunder spirits and the lightning spirits to bring down some of the other gods. It was mild convenience.
You know, I love it when a villain monologues their plan.
Oh, what are you going to do about it? Because I tell you what you're going to do for me. You're going to find me a different lightning spirit.
No, I'm not. Why would I ever do that for you?
Because you will seek it naturally as part of your spirit. Because you need it. And with
Why?
that, as she looks at you, that white lock in your hair glows and crackles with lightning. You're calling them anyway. Just wear the necklace, Sonia. Thanks. You're a doll.
You know, if you're so great and powerful and old,
Excuse me, and she looks down at her body. I feel
Someone else's
positively
body.
useful.
someone else's body,
Well, pish posh.
then why do you need like you could go get anyone to help you? Why us?
Well, you were the best of. Well, you were the second best of a bad bunch.
It was the first bunch.
Oh, just some other group. I don't know. They've got their purpose. They were much more a meaning than a meaning. They were much more what's the fucking word? Cooperative than you. Branded brotherhood.
Yes.
You'd all know that, but she's not gonna say it.
Those traitors.
Those guys.
They were so much more helpful. Then again, I suppose I didn't try and torture one of them. But, well, methods are methods. And why don't I do it? I can only be in one place at once right now. That's the definition of chained. Chained God. The chained God. You know, surely you've heard the stories.
I haven't.
They don't even
Can you
tell the
tell me
stories
them?
anymore. Oh, well, that's... Well, what's good and bad, if you paid attention to your history, is that once upon a time, I ruled the world and everything in it, and all the multiverses. And the gods, evil and good alike, as they say in the fairy tales and folk stories, banded together, all of them united, to chain me because they could not defeat me. Well, that's all well and good, except some of them have died, and some of them really don't get on very well anymore, and let's just see, I don't picture it happening again. It's a hard time to be a citizen of the world. But you're going to be useful, so that is at least that, right?
I think it's time we went. I'm just gonna gesture
I
for
couldn't
everyone to
agree more.
leave.
Sonia,
Yeah, let's
necklace.
walk out.
No.
I'm gonna walk out and pretend I didn't hear her.
Okay. You reach an invisible barrier in the entrance to the cave.
Okay.
Necklace.
Why Sonia?
Yeah, why me?
Well, that one's gonna die, and she points to Kelaan.
Oh.
And then she looks at Corin, and he doesn't really do much of the talking thing, and I need to listen. And then looks at Dane and ugh. She looks at Mai and
What do you?
well, very well. She looks at Mai and she changes persona, and that screws with the waves, and that annoys me. And well, you've already got your task. I can't give you two. What if you die? Well, then I'll lose both. You know.
Well,
both
didn't you see the last time you
birds,
tried
one
to kill
stone.
me?
I wasn't trying
Yes,
to
I
kill
have
you,
a-
you idiot.
I have a question.
Hi there.
I'm gonna die?
Well, probably. Look at you. You're pathetic.
Just because I'm small doesn't mean I can't do a lot.
You walked around with my ring that could possess you like it was some kind of toy.
I kept it
It
in
is
a
fair to say
pouch.
that you have repetitively put your friends and yourself in danger.
Why
You
did
spent
you
more
use the
time
method?
unconscious during this adventuring party than you have standing up.
Then
And
why
your
did
most
you?
impressive feat is summoning a chair. Goodness me, I wouldn't trust anything to you.
Then why did you? Why didn't
It's
you?
a very nice chair.
What was that, sorry, Nico? Then
And why didn't you? If you possessed him, you could have infiltrated our group and got what you wanted without having to go
I
through
was
this.
busy
whole
with
rigmarole.
Penelope, I told you. One place at once,
wearing it
chain of
also.
God.
All right, I'm gonna just snatch the necklace.
Very good. There is something wonderful about that necklace, Sonia. Let's just say that with it on, you're going to be harder to kill because that's really convenient to me. Thanks.
Cool.
Hmm.
Can I just keep it in my pocket or something?
No.
To put it on.
Don't do it, Sonia. It's so tacky. Got
It is
better
really
fashion
tacky is
sense
the
than
thing.
this.
Might I ask what spells you placed upon that necklace at the very least?
You could, but they are beyond your understanding, pathetic mortal. Nevertheless, it will increase her ability to survive. If you know what I mean.
I'm gonna telepathically say to Sonia that she might not be able to hear everything.
Mm.
I like it. That's cool. Well, before you leave, let's just take a moment. I'll take an insight check from Sonia, and I'm also gonna do one for Mai.
Okay.
Ooh, Mai got a 24.
Nat 20.
Cool, brilliant. So the two of you understand quite a few things that were missed out here, right? First of all, the Kalishtari spirit would interfere with the necklace, as would Mai's duality. Being a shifter, she has two separate beings in herself, in a sense. She dismissed Kelaan as somebody who's going to die, but she also inferred that he was the most likely to betray the rest of you. So maybe she has a reason to not fuck with him. Corin, she said merely that you don't do enough talking. But you see that she was very interested in your invention of Oma, right? Perhaps her reasons for that lie elsewhere. With a nat 20, you can probably work out that Sonia was the only one who she hadn't painted a different role for. Or who had ways of interfering with the necklace.
Ah,
What if
by default.
What if at level 18 we come face to face with an army of evil steel defenders?
Maybe. Sonia, though, this is an amulet of toughness. You may add it to your inventory. While we're speaking of adding things to your inventory, you do notice, all of you, that there is a burn mark in Nico's chest.
Oh.
That appears ever so slightly to be in the shape of a lightning bolt gripped. with
I'm a
both
wizard,
powers.
Harry.
No, but you are the possessor of a absorbing tattoo of thunder.
Who deals thunder
Damn.
damage these days?
Well, I believe you get resistance to lightning anyway, so I was trying to keep it useful, but you can have the lightning one if you prefer.
No, it's fine. You're
I
right.
think
I do get lightning.
Well then, wasn't going to give it to you over something completely irrelevant, was I? She looks at you all and, well, I believe that concludes our business. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I'm sorry about the mistakes at the town. Draenor will let you in straight away. My honest mistake. You, of course, need to be led into the city of royalty if you're going to perform great deeds, don't you think? Speaking of great deeds, should we give it 4 weeks? And then you're going to destroy the leader of the Black Swords, yeah?
You mean Melisande?
No.
The Duchess?
No, No, you're going to destroy the leader of the Black Swords. Come on now.
Remember, the Black
Get with
Swords
the
are
script.
fake.
Okay.
Right,
Can
good.
you
have
print
six
it out?
intelligence.
I don't.
Well, I'm sure Kelaan will explain it to you. He's an expert at lies and deceit, even to himself. Right, anyway, off with you. And with that, she sort of gives you a wave. And you are cast bodily from the cave, the lot of you. As you look back, you don't see an entrance anymore. Just a few broken tree stumps and some rocks against the mountain.
Good God. Does this land, does anything around look familiar?
Yeah, you probably just off the road towards Draenor. It wouldn't take you long to get back on it, to be honest.
It. Right.
It's a short walk through the forest to the road leading to town, and I wonder what discussion's taking place on the road.
I'm lighting a cigarette.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess that was a meeting. Sonia, can we talk in front of you?
She said, she could hear everything I hear, so probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I could just walk
This
around the
is
corner if you
really-
want.
No, that feels very mean. It feels so mean
It's
to just.
okay.
I've learned blindness and
Oh.
deafness.
Wait, I can make you deaf actually. Yes, actually, I do have that spell. Yeah, if you want, I can make it so you can't hear.
You can do, but I think with Sonia's insight, she might be able to inform you that Penelope can see and hear when she wishes, though she didn't really seem to care if you plotted against her.
Oh.
She seems to think of herself as immune. I'd rather not, for the sake as from a DM standpoint, I'd rather not see one player excluded consistently from the campaign for that reason. Obviously, if it comes to the point of like pre-battle plans at the very end for the BBEG when we try and kill Thrasadun itself, you know, right? Sure, but in general, I'd rather not see Sonia excluded from every conversation of worth.
Sure.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
my
fine.
thing. Was
Yeah.
like, that feels mean.
Yeah,
that
don't
was what
worry.
I was like. No, this. That feels
She's-
a little mean. Just being like.
She's
"Sonia,
filled to the
go."
brim with hubris. I don't think we need to worry about her listening in on anything for now.
Yeah, well, she can. Fuck her.
Really,
Whoa, Corin.
I would agree.
I agree. It was very mean. She really hated me, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Are you okay, Nico?
Nico's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna keep walking. And smoking.
Is he purposely ignoring? Sorry, just from my qualification, is he ignoring or just like you can see he doesn't want to talk about it?
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
What are we gonna do now? We cannot just stop helping people, but now, no, we're just like following her plan, I guess. And so I guess we really don't have an option unless we just wanna retire and open a bakery. But I don't know how to make bread. I don't think that's an option.
That could be a fallback plan.
It's a fallback plan.
Seems that our plans for both here and back home kind of are null.
Not necessarily.
We're not here to find Penelope anymore. We found her. We figured out what happened, and we figured out that Melisande isn't really as much of
All
an
that.
issue as we thought it was. Maybe we just stay with the circus.
Yeah.
I
Let's go find those guys
guess.
at
I
least.
mean,
Yeah.
do we still, I mean, the Black Swords, I guess they're not real, but you know, they are real in that they're like a fake evil organization that is actually hurting people, so if
Something.
That's
Melisande
real
but,
enough.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
in all fairness, it's
Yeah,
not that the
that's
Black Swords
real.
aren't real. You know that they're real. It's more a case of like what they believe in doesn't exist.
no,
you know,
they're like,
their cult has been created by Thrasidun. You can have this information for free at this point because you would have worked this out. But they still exist, and they're still enslaving people and stabbing people and whatever. And they still have a leader who, you know, Penelope would love you to deal with.
no,
Yeah, 4
we have to
weeks.
stop the Black Swords. You know, we should also stop. It sounds like the only one that, you know, is actually working with the big guy in the Black Swords is Melisande, Tommy Mommy. So she might be like the only, like, we have to stop the Black Swords, but also it sounds like taking down Dummy Mommy, like the, you know, the only one who really matters to Cheney.
Jane, like
Sorry
that.
to interrupt, but Dan, can I have a perception check, please?
Yes, you can. 15.
At this point, you hear the crackling of twigs as heavy footsteps come from behind you. As you turn, you see a drow, his hands cut from his arms, running wildly, stumbling through the woods, blindly. He's coming full pelt towards you.
Does he seem like hurt? Like
Yeah, he's had his
injured?
hands cut
His
off.
hands are cut off.
Oh, well, yeah.
He
Oh,
has
I
his
put
hand.
the-
like,
I put
he
the-
has
but,
his.
yeah, but like fresh or not? Because if they're
Very
not,
fresh,
then he could have
very
lived
fresh.
with them.
No, he has his white hair pulled to the side. You have seen this guy before. You just
Oh.
fought him. He has his
Oh.
hands cut
Oh.
off and he's stumbling blindly towards you.
We go approach him, I guess. Sir, are you okay? Clearly not.
He looks up, sort of up and to the left of you, and he speaks in Drow, which is undercommon on D&D Beyond. I don't think any of you speak that, do you? And he starts garbling requests, and you notice that his eyes have been taken out.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying, but I'll touch him and I'll use cure wounds. Like at least stop the bleeding, I guess.
Yeah, it sort of maybe helps him a little bit. He's probably still missing about 65 HP. And very stumblingly in a thick accent, he says, "Yeah, help?
You need help?
Help."
On the
Oh.
off chance that maybe he speaks Elvish a little bit better than Common, I will speak back to him in Elvish. and
He
attempt
spits
to-
on the floor and puts his hands over his ears.
He
Drow.
hates it.
Does he speak halfling, primordial, or Kori?
Oh, no.
He
matter
might
of
know
fact,
a
he speaks-
couple of spellcasting words of primordial, but that's about it.
As a matter of fact, he speaks halfling fluently. How did we know?
No, he speaks undercommon. He speaks a few basic words in common and a couple of spellcasting words in draconic and primordial, but in general, nothing that's gonna help you guys. And pretty soon he's gonna fall to his knees.
a way.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have a way to talk to him actually.
Cool.
I'm gonna talk to him psychically. I'm gonna be like, do you need help?
Is that how that shit works?
Yep. Yes, it's it. I'll read it to you.
No, I
You can
see it. I
speak
see it. I see it.
telepathically to any.
I see it then. That's cool. Marvelous. He speaks back to you in a sort of melodic voice in his head. It seems I have been relieved of my duties within that besmirched cult that took me from my home. My mother would heal me if she found me. Can you help me?
I mean, yes, of Of course, where's your mother?
You can't hear this conversation, Kelaan, but I see you're confused. Can you elaborate us with your confusion?
I'm just sitting here wondering why Dane is being so friendly to the guy who killed 2 of his party members in front of him.
Indeed. Well, regardless. Dane's friendly
Dane
to
is
everything
just
and
nice.
everyone. He looks at you and... Damned eyes. Can't see. I betrayed them.
Betrayed them. How?
betrayed
I'll
them.
put like a hand on. He betrayed. Yeah, he betrayed them, right?
Yeah. I tried
Dana. That's what Dana says.
he says, I tried to kill the adventurers so they wouldn't have to serve. I thought it was a better escape. I thought it would give them a chance. I thought it might spoil her plans. Fool. Should have known that even death is not beyond the realms of that witch.
Those adventurers are my friends, but I guess I'll put a hand on my shoulder because he's blind, so like like he kind of knows where I am. I'll put a hand on his shoulder and be like, I guess I understand.
Well, shit.
I mean, we're
That's fate, isn't it?
guess. I mean, we don't really have an option anymore. So where can we find
he kneels
your
upon the
mother?
ground.
Where is your?
He kneels upon the ground and bows his head. You may serve justice if you wish. My mother is in the Underdark.
And I take a moment to
We-
remind
we-
the party something.
That none of you
Yes.
can hear him.
No, it just sitting here thinking to myself, if he's running away and being chased because he betrayed them, and somebody in our party can see him right now, that
No.
is able to
Okay,
get-
so you've made an assumption there that I'm afraid I will correct you of. You don't have any reason to believe he's been chased. He had his eyes put out and his hands cut off, and then just got shoved out of a cave. He was summoning wildly because obviously he can't see. Go ahead.
With my hand on my shoulder, with the hand I have on his shoulder, I'll kind of like pull him up from the ground, and I'll be like, no, we're not executioners. We're not gonna take that revenge on you.
You're a better man than my people.
What is your name?
Viernon.
Björn. Okay. Can I call you Bier? Or Bierna? Biernan. Okay, Biernan. I'll talk with my group and I'll convince them of helping you.
In my bag, there's a scroll. It might be useful, if you wish. You may take everything in there.
Oh.
He has a satchel sort of thrown over his shoulder.
I'll take it and I'll look at the scroll.
Okay. So in his bag are 3 scrolls, in fact, not 1. The first is of comprehend languages. The second is of detect life, and the third is of identify. But you figure that comprehend languages is probably the one he's referring to. Obviously, these can be learned or they can be used once by any of our spellcasters. But they are ritual spells, so I would assume that handing them to the wizard would make the most sense. As once he's learnt them, he can just cast them over and over again. You also find a few other things that you're not sure you recognize. There's a strange dust in a pouch. In fact, there's 2 different pouches of strange dust. And there is also a pair of black, almost like goggles. But yeah, that's what you find.
What was the other scroll? Identify, detect language, and what else?
Comprehend language and detect life.
Oh, detect life. Got it.
I'll take the scrolls and I'll take the bag for now, I guess. And I'll go back to the group and I'll be like, okay, so this is Bernan. He's he tried to kill us. That is true, but he was trying to stop, the Chained One's plan. Apparently we're like her pawns, and he thought that, stopping us would, stop her evil plan. So he just wants, to go back to his family, and I think we should help. I mean, I know there's no excuse for, he did basically kill you, but there's this cult, and we also are kind of working with them now, I guess. It kind of sounds like an impossible situation, and yeah, just think it would be the right thing now to take him back to his people.
Where is that? The Underdark? Aren't
Yes.
they all? Don't they all like attack on sight down there?
I mean, if we're returning one of their own, maybe I'm assuming they won't.
I don't know about you, but I don't think any of us know of the nearest location of the entrance to the Underdark either.
We know of
I
one
mean-
spot.
True.
We know of two, actually. We know of two spots. We know of the caves where the big evil worm was. There was ones that were going to the underground, and also back home there's another one.
I've forgotten about that.
I'm gonna take out my glaive and I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna stab it in his chest.
All right.
He dies.
I heal
Fair
him.
enough.
I'll use healing word.
There.
Oh, use healing word. That is
Yeah.
not revivify. I'm afraid.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
is gonna be a
does he have
full-on-
to make death saving throws or something?
Fuck no! You just put a glaive in his chest. The guy was blind and had his hands cut off. He could defend himself. I think that's all. I mean, it's awful, but I think that might be. Yeah, that's pretty conclusive. I don't really know what else I meant to do with that. That was
No,
vicious.
I would have done the same. There you
Fair.
go.
And then as I take it out, I'm gonna like kick his body off and like as it hits the ground, and then I'm gonna like I don't want to like say I rage, but I guess I rage. Bonus action on rage.
You don't have to
Lightning
rage.
like
It's okay.
sparks. Like
I think, to be
around.
fair, I think that that's quite likely to happen without you raging, just because you've just been tortured. It's an idiot.
Yeah.
Twice.
And then I'll keep walking. And then as I walk past, like I'll assume Dane since he was right next to him. As I walk past Dane, I'll telepathically say to him, I mean, he wasn't the one who did torture me, but like still, bad guys are something that sounds cooler than bad guys are bad guys.
Full line. We will retcon in later.
The Drow are wicked.
He was the
We
force
will-
of evil.
We'll do a voiceover before we put this on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll edit that in post.
So we'll just do the same, but in a different accent. Bad guys are bad
Exactly, yeah.
guys. Yeah. Sorry, Dane. That's the end of that conversation. Unless you want to bring him back
I don't
I
think
don't
he
think you
knows
can yet.
Revivify.
or speak with dead is what I was.
I mean,
thinking
I
of.
can bring him back as a zombie, I guess.
With no hands.
No
You know what? Actually,
No hands, no eyes, and no voice, no ability to speak or think. Yeah, fuck it, just bring him back.
you know what? Actually, let's fucking do it. Like,
No.
like, okay, let's.
No.
Yeah, but let me see how it's gonna go. Okay?
Okay.
Like,
We
sure.
still have to get it
I mean, he's just gonna go.
I don't know if they're gonna let us in the city with a zombie next to us.
No.
You can cast it if
I
you
mean,
wish.
yeah, let me
Okay.
do my thing. Dane sees Nico just repeatedly stab this man. He's just gonna kind of like, yeah, he looks shocked, and he's just gonna get down on his knees and kind of like rub his face, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And as he's saying that, he's touching the face with his mossy hand. Suddenly, you see as the moss in his hand starts spreading over the body of the drow. And as his body is enveloped in moss, you see him kind of shift and stand. And even Dane looks like a little shocked at this. He's like, "Oh, there."
Okay, he stands sort of facing diagonally away from you.
I. Oh, okay, Then he's gonna kind of start waving his hand in front of his eyes, like, okay, sorry, okay, yeah, apparently there's something I can do. And he'll stand up and he'll be like, I think he's still dead. I think I just don't know how to explain it. I think it's just like my role, you know.
At this point, the body starts to walk backwards towards you. And then it sort of hesitates for a moment, and the head turns 180 degrees so that it's facing out of his back. And then it carries on walking towards Dane, and then it stands behind him as if awaiting orders.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Oh, do you think? Oh, sure. I guess he's still coming with us in a certain way.
Dane, what the hell is going on?
I don't.
Wow.
I don't
Put it,
know.
put it back.
I don't know how. I felt so bad because I had promised him we'll help him. I don't know. I just wanted him to still, to still be alive. I guess I got him halfway there. I don't. Okay,
He's
it isn't like
alive.
I don't. He's not alive, but he's not quite. I don't know what I did. Okay.
It also seems like he doesn't have a sense of direction or.
Oh, he has a perfect sense of
anything.
direction. He just didn't realize that his body was meant to walk forwards.
Uh,
I didn't know I got.
There's also a massive hole in his chest in the shape of a sword.
There's some lovely moss growing in that gap.
Ugh.
I don't know. I felt really bad, and I don't know what I was.
I wouldn't take that home to his mother if for sure.
No, I don't think so. But I guess he's coming with us now. Who
Yeah,
knows,
he
maybe.
can club his
Maybe-
enemies with his nubs.
No, I mean, he seems to be kind of halfway there. Who knows? Maybe in time, after I learn more of what I can do, I can just get him all the way here. Eventually, I don't know.
okay, what are you gonna do with them in the meantime?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out my cloak of the faceless, and I'm gonna put it on him so it covers his whole body, and I'm gonna pull up the cloak so nobody can see him.
Well, that does cover up the part about him being a drow at the very least.
And
a
because of the cloak of
zombie.
the faces.
Okay.
No,
Did you put the
people
cloak
don't
over his
have to
back
know
or over
he's-
his front?
I guess. I mean, it's
His
a
head
cloak.
is
I put it like
backwards.
normally. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so his head is just
There was-
facing out the back of the cloak?
I mean, no, because when you it's a cloak of the faces. So when you pull it up,
Ah, beautiful,
the face
yeah.
becomes surrounded in shadow.
So you put the
people
hood
won't be able
over
to
his, over what was his eyes, right?
tell.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
okay, that's
put
fine.
it up.
I'm gonna walk over to the
He's not
zombie
his
and, assuming that it's undead, I'm gonna grab its head and I'm going to attempt to switch it to go back towards the front.
Yeah, you can twist it back to the front.
Gross. Kelaan.
Okay. I don't.
Uh,
Okay.
After
this is
after
good.
Kralin has done this, the creature sort of lifts its arms, and then with the nubs just sort of twists its head ever so slightly to the left, as if it wasn't quite on straight, and then carries on.
Ugh.
I wasn't aiming for accuracy.
No, but he was.
Fine. Fine. Just make sure it doesn't eat anyone. I don't know. I'm just following Nika at this point. There's too much
It
shenanigans
doesn't
happening.
do that.
What's in the bag at the very least, Dean?
there's some scrolls. There's a scroll of comprehend languages. There's a scroll of detect life. There's also a third scroll that is escaping my mind right now. Oh, it's in
Identify.
the chat. Let me check.
Identify.
Identify.
Those sound very.
There was
useful.
2 pouches with of dust, neither of which Dane could identify immediately, and a pair of goggles. There was also a plain traveler's cloak, and a simple iron dagger that looks like it was used for cutting food up and whatever. Incidentally, the drow also has a sword strapped to his waist, but only one.
Can't really use that anymore,
he can't.
but anybody else wants that.
It's just a plain short sword.
Ah,
No.
well, we'll leave it on there for show.
Okay. There's also some powders. I can, if you give me time, I can try examine them. Who know, they may be alchemy stuff. And then there's these goggles, and I'll kind of put them over my eyes. Are they just normal goggles?
Sort of. Bear with me a second. I'm not sure they have any effect during the daytime.
Yes, they're meant for you, sweet cheeks.
So these give standard dark vision for 60 feet as opposed to infrared vision. They're goggles of night.
Nice.
But you can work out that the drow was using them when he first came to the surface to actually deal with the sunlight. As when you wear them during the daytime, it's darker around you.
Okay. And then there's the sun goggles item. Yeah, Does anybody want the goggles?
Sure. They look cool. Something. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give them to Corin, but I will say, if I am eventually able to bring back Bernan, maybe he'll want them back. But we will cross that bridge if I'm ever able to do it. I'm not quite sure I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try.
Right. Can't wait for that.
That's a very long bridge.
Yeah, level 15 is really super close.
Can you imagine if I actually do it? If I actually manage to keep this zombie alive?
If you
and
can
we
hit level
fast,
15 the next 24
until-
hours, I will be thoroughly impressed.
I can just keep bringing him back as a zombie. I can
I
just
guess you can
recast
keep
it.
cast it, yeah. That's true.
The moment you bring him back, I will kill him again.
There you go. You're going to be fighting Nico through this entire campaign to see if you can make your keep your zombie alive.
I think that's him and I'm actually managed to bring him alive in level 15. You know, that's 10 levels away. I'm sure Nico will have gone to therapy by then.
Perhaps.
Oh
It's 10
god.
sessions from now. That's 10 levels from now. It's gonna
We
be
can hope for it, at least.
My god.
Well, this was an
It-
ordeal.
Anyway, let's go to the city.
Okay,
We're
is
getting
that where we're
close to
headed?
that 11. Yes.
We'll head up to the gate. Okay, you head up to the gates, and as you arrive, 2 guards walk outside the gate. They make no appearance of recognizing you at all. Good day. Please state your names.
Song and dance before.
Yeah.
Sonia Black.
And the rest of you will repeat your names. And very well. Do you have business in the city?
Is the circus still in town?
Madame Sarusa's? Why, of course. Are you with them? Do you know them?
Yes, we were
Ah.
guarding them.
Any friend of Madame Sarusa's is a friend of the city. Oh, you're her guard. She said they'd be by soon. Fantastic. There's extra rations for you in the guards room. Please, come on in. And with that, they'll step aside and open the doors for you.
Well,
You're able to enter.
that was a lot easier.
Yeah.
If they ask for my friend's name, for like my zombie's name, I'm gonna be like, oh, his name is Bernan. Sorry, he lost his tongue in a terrible accident, so
Oof.
I speak for him.
I feel for you. There's one of the guards out back has a permanent smile, you know. Cut at either side of his mouth all the way up. Grim business. Battle wounds are well respected amongst the guards.
Can the guards smell the death coming off of the zombie?
Not this soon, no.
He probably didn't decompose yet.
Yeah, he's only been dead for a little while. Maybe later. Well, do you need any directions around the town or any assistance, or are you just gonna sort of, you know where you are and what you're doing?
What are we doing in the town at this point?
Going to the circus, I think.
Yeah, probably reconvene with them and then.
Ah, you're looking for the Jonglers Guild, are you?
Before we do,
Yes.
I'd like to go buy a greatsword.
Oh, I can make
Oh,
you a
sorry, I meant to mention that. She will have restored that before she packed you out the door. I meant to mention that. She would have just gone, and it would
it
have
was just a
regrown.
flex.
Sorry, yeah, it was just a flex. Yes. she was just
Might
going
you give
old.
me the directions to the mage?
Well, if you go to the Jonglers Guild, you won't be able to miss the Mage's Tower. In fact, you can't really miss the Mage's Tower from here, and he sort of points to this massive tower at the southwest of the city. That'll be the Mage's Tower. The Jonglers Guild's actually just in the shadow of it, just below. There's a Bard's College and a Jonglers Guild there. You'll find the circus cooped up in the Jonglers Guild. They're usually well looked after there, although by this time, most of them are probably out in the town. Probably out getting themselves a drink. If you want a recommendation, a tavern from me, you can't beat the Jolly Flagon. The Jolly Flagon is my personal favorite. Absolutely brilliant bar. The innkeeper there, she's a beauty. Absolutely wonderful. Goes by the name of Corella. She's, well, let me tell you, she is something. Voiced like an angel as well. Makes a mean cocktail.
Is
You should
she
visit.
Corellan's twin sister?
Oh, hell no. She doesn't look anything like him. She's beautiful.
Okay.
I hadn't intended that to be a put down, and then I realized what I'd said, and I was like, perfect.
I will
Alright.
restate the point that Corellin is actually like mildly attractive, just extremely skinny.
Yeah, no, it wasn't meant to be a put down. It just came out that way. Oh my god. So, for the Jonglers Guild?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Go ahead. Make your way through. And as you make your way through the town, this city is huge. Absolutely huge. You pass rows upon rows of various different parts of the city. At one particular moment, you're all distracted as you look down a particular street. And you see dozens of sort of almost tent tops. Various different like canvases and various different stalls, and in these stalls there's smoke billowing out from all of these different stalls in various colors. There's flashes and bangs going on constantly and little signs of various bits of magic, and the smells are like thick heady perfume that makes you almost dizzy. It almost appears to be permanently foggy in the street as you look down. A little later, as you're passing through the town, you clearly get to what is the sort of standard market stalls, as you see hundreds of market stalls of people hawking their wares of food and drink. You see people selling various different kebab sticks, snacky food, pastries, that sort of stuff. A little while later, the familiar ring of hammers will come to Sonia's ears as you see Blacksmith's Avenue, where there is a blacksmith at every single shop all the way down. Moving on further, you see one particularly verdant street where the houses are all separated. They have large gates and guards stationed outside. This appears to be an area of some nobility. And in fact, if you look further down this particular street, you see trees lining either side of the road, as it creates an avenue that leads up to a large palace, which appears to gleam and glisten as it rises up out of the city. At one point, you find yourself turned down a particularly dark alley, and the streets begin to cramp together as buildings become closer and closer and look more and more decrepit. You see children sat in the middle of the street begging for food. You see men and women who appear to be hard on their luck with constant faces of misery painted upon them. As they look around, they sort of disparately occasionally hold out a hand towards passing guests, but they don't even call out or beg. In this same city, you see relatively rich-looking men, same streets, sorry. You see relatively rich-looking men, well-dressed, striding past, turning their nose away. In fact, one gentleman, as you see him, is holding a kerchief to his nose to block out the smells of this part of the city as he passes straight through. He gives you a curt nod and walks on. you get to another part of the city where buildings seem hodgepodged on top of each other. Various, different, as if people have continued building upwards, having no space to build outwards. And out of here, you see paintings and draperies. There's a few statues outside these houses, as you appear to have found the artisan's quarter. In fact, at this point, various different bits of music ring out from different areas. And it's in this street you are following, when you get to the end of it, that you open up into what appears to be a mercantile quarter. Fabulous stores with huge display windows and big gaudy signs made with magic line both sides of the street, as everywhere you turn there's another shop. There are shops for dresses, there are shops for pottery, for clay, for various different little wood carvings. There's a shop depicting instruments. There are high quality food salesmen, as well as a chocolatier, various clothiers, tailors and emporiums, a toy shop that appears to be selling so many different contraptions. Corin, as you look at this toy shop, you see some of them appear to be clockwork or wind-up. Intricate different metal tools. Perhaps this might take your eye later, but right now you've got a place to be. You see a wonderful shop with a huge pair of scissors along the side, and it says, "Make the cut. Your local barbers and surgeon." Could be useful. Following that down, you find the cooper, the candlestick maker, the bowyer, the armorer, magical odds and ends, and drapers and jewelers, and bookstores and cobblers and leather workers and glass blowers, weavers, and eventually an opening. And at this opening, you see a mage tower. Next to it are two squat, wide buildings that look like barracks, or perhaps a place for warriors or fighters. A large, open, gardened building appears to be a grove for druids in a small area, with a building underneath it. And just to the side of that, you see two slightly off-centered buildings tilted towards each other. One, elegantly written across the top, says Bard's College, written on the depiction in wood of a scroll, with a lute in wood at the edge of it. And just opposite that, you see three juggling balls, at the center of which is written the Jonglers Guild, in writing that flashes first red, then purple, then green, then yellow. And it's here that you find yourselves.
Sorry, did we pass any building that just said like Revivals Inc. when you need to resurrect in a short time?
No, you do see at the end of this street appears to be a large temple to some god or other. Perhaps they could be of assistance, you're not sure. The Druid's Grove obviously could potentially be of assistance. And you do see quite far down on the right-hand side a place called Guild of Healers. They could, again, be useful. You would also know, just from the fact that you've been to a city before, that somewhere here is a hospital. The Healers Guild will probably be able to tell you, even if it's not at the Healers Guild. I say hospital, like in the old form of the word, so like sort of like a hospice. But any surgery, you'd be going to make the cut. The barbers and surgeons. If you're looking for magical healing, though, well, any one of those will do.
Okay.
What's the plan, Stans?
For Nico, he'd want to like be by himself, like go to a tavern, maybe rent a room, I don't know.
Okay. You can notice quite a few taverns as you walk through. I wonder which one you would have stopped at. There was one that looked...
One that has an ashtray and a mirror.
There's one that looks sort of dark and dingy, a little creepy. It's turned in each other and the windows are blacked out. Hanging outside is sorry.
That one probably has an ashtray, definitely doesn't have a mirror.
That one there is the Brazen Bold. A little way down, you find a beautiful looking tavern in sort of ancient wooden beams. It looks very welcoming, painted in beautiful red and gold, and there's a sign of a lute outside. It says the Bard's Tale Tavern. And you see 6 people standing outside in the beer garden sharing drinks.
Definitely has a mirror, doesn't have an ashtray.
Definitely has ashtrays all round, but not the sort of place you'll find quiet or peace. A little way round, you find a place that's a little darker. It's called the Cellar Keg. And you see a few sort of workmen sat outside or inside, sort of a tankard at their hand, looking a little down on their luck. It's a workers' tavern. It's where they drink. Probably doesn't have a mirror. A little further down, you see a very rich-looking establishment. You see two fabulous glass statues outside, one depicting an angel and one depicting a dragon. Across the top is written very elegantly, the Fireside Newt. As you look through the windows, you notice that there aren't many people in there, but it is plush, it is carpeted, and it appears to be a place where it's well kept, and an aroma of wine comes from the door. Does that take Nico's fancy?
I feel like Goldilocks in the Three Taverns. Yeah, sure, I'll go for that one. As I like walk away from the group, I'll telepathically say to my I need to be alone for a while. Go on without me.
My turns to the group, and Nico said he doesn't want to be with us.
In general?
She doesn't respond.
Sounds fair to me.
I'm sorry, Hannah, I'm trying here. Nico, as you enter the tavern, there is a fairly dandy-looking elf male behind the bar. He's got red hair that's sort of pulled up in a ponytail. He looks over at you and, good day, good day, sir. Might I be of assistance? You see that he's sort of read you halfway through and realized you're not looking for somebody to be flamboyantly happy. You're looking for quite good service.
Yeah, how much is a room?
Just for yourself?
Yeah,
One night?
sure.
Very well. Sorry, I have these prices elsewhere.
I forgive you.
6 silver pieces. And that includes a meal in the evening, a meal for breakfast.
Pieces!
Yeah.
That includes what, sorry?
A meal in the evening, a meal for breakfast, and a glass of wine or beer of your choice.
Can I get that? When it's those times, can it be sent to the room?
They can be whenever you want. Just ring the bell in your room, somebody will come.
Great.
Excellent.
What number am I? Can I have a
Would
key?
you like beer or wine, sir?
I
perhaps
think
something
Nico
stronger?
is a cider drinker, so I take the beer.
Yeah, I mean, he will. That's your free one, but you can order things like whiskey, rum, brandy.
No, it's fine. I'll take the beer.
Okay, he pours you a.
Stella, please.
He
That's
pours you a
beer.
tankard of ale. That's White Beater's beer, yeah. He hands you a tankard of ale. And it's the second room on your right, sir. There is a bath. Should you wish it filled, just ring the bell.
Can't fill it myself. Oh no, because it's not drain. There's no plumbing, is there?
No. Somebody needs to bring
Where's
buckets of
the
water up the
jacuzzi?
stairs and heat them magically, yeah.
Okay,
Heat
yeah.
and cool.
He bows to you once and then twice. My colleague Violet will be in at about 8 p.m. I've given you a room where you won't be able to hear the downstairs, but should you wish to join us, there is a bar at 9:30.
Okay, yeah. I'll head straight. I'll take the tankard and I'll head to the bedroom.
Okay. As
Um,
you enter, there's a 4-poster bed, red velvet. There is a large floor-to-ceiling mirror on the left wall, which has a sort of cover, which you can put over it if you wish. The shutters can be cast open if you wish for the windows, but at the moment, heavy curtains are drawn across them. The door is made of solid oak and has both a twisted lock and a latch and a bar to put over it if you wish. In the corner is a fresh ewer of water, 2 glasses, and a large bathtub that can be drawn for you. A beautiful mahogany table with 4 chairs, and a sort of bucket that at the moment is empty, but within moments of you getting upstairs, there's a knock on the door.
just when I was thinking this is
Yeah.
well worth the 6 silver pieces.
Yeah, as you open the door, I'm assuming you're opening the door. A small halfling girl looks at you, and I'm ever so sorry, I just didn't quite get to finish up. Might I come in for one moment? And you see she's carrying with her a bucket in her left hand and a huge pitcher of water in her right.
What do you need to finish?
Ice bucket, water, just in case you need something to drink. And
Sure.
yeah, so she puts the ice bucket down in the water, and then she quickly just goes outside. She grabs like a huge pile of fresh, fluffy towels, and she puts them down next to the bath. And have a wonderful evening, sir. I'm so sorry to disturb you. She
Okay.
bows to you and heads out.
Yeah,
left to
I'll
your own
close
devices.
the door. I'll lock the door. Put the do not
Bar on the
disturb
door.
sign
Yeah,
on.
all of the above.
Yeah, and I'll like.
and there's
I'll,
a knock on the door. No, I'm kidding. Carry on. As you were. Just gonna serve your dinner.
Declined, sir.
No, but you do see that there is a bell just inside the door that has a string, but no ringer. So you can assume that it rings downstairs. Cool.
No plumbing, but magical bells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's times, you know.
Magic.
Yeah, so I'll close the door. If there is a lock, I'll lock it.
Mhm.
And is there a bedside table?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like I'll take a sip of the beer as I walk over to the bedside table. Is there an ashtray on the bedside table?
There are two devices. The first of which is a small metal, sort of ringed miniature dish, with a dip in the very center. You're not 100% sure what it is, but you could use it as an ashtray. The other one is a pottery round dish, which seems to have a lid on it that can be retracted and back. Both are spotlessly clean.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for the dish.
The pottery dish?
No.
The metal one. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You may flick your ash in the spittoon.
A spittoon's a big thing, right?
Can be. In general, it's just for spitting in.
Or would it be
sure.
small though?
Okay. No, well, you'll find out. You flick your ash in the spittoon, that's fine.
No, I'll use the ceramic one.
Okay. Whichever one you flick your ash into, it will immediately disappear as soon as it hits the bottom of the dish.
I wasn't gonna flick anything.
Oh, okay. Then take your ashtray with you.
I wasn't gonna take my ashtray
Do
anywhere.
with the ashtray what you may please.
I will. Thank you very much.
Please hurry up.
So as I head over to the bedside table, I'll take a swig of the beer and then put the tankard down, and then I'll take one last drag of the cigarette, and then like I'll dap it to put it out, but like as I do, like my hands like shaking a little bit, and then I'll head over to, I'm assuming, the bathroom, which is where the mirror is. And...
No, this is all one large room, so the bath is and the mirror are all
Oh,
within
okay,
the same
right,
room.
right, yeah. I'll head over to the mirror. I kind of like looking at like my face and like, cause like I think Nico is having a bit of like body dysmorphia, because like he knows he's been tortured and scarred and had like knives behind his ears and stuff like that, but he looks fine.
As you look into the mirror, you see very briefly black writhing tattoos arrive up from beneath your skin and then disappear. We'll take a short break there. I'm so sorry, guys. And then... Hi. Yeah, we did leave off with a somber. Oh, I've chopped the top of Hannah's head off. I'm so sorry. Welcome back, Hannah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we left off with Nico having a quiet time staring in the mirror as he saw the ruckle of black, black tattoos, writhing like those that of the warlocks you've met, rising from underneath his skin and
So
then
like
receding.
seeing that, I would like, immediately punch the mirror, probably breaking, cut all over my hand.
No, just hurt a lot.
What?
You've got to remember they can't make mirrors the same way in this day and age. Mirrors are very, very rare and ancient artifacts, so most of these are enchanted. You just punched a solid piece of metal.
Yay! That's the dramatic effect I wanted.
No, just really, really bad knuckles.
Anyways, and yeah, like he's just feeling like very disturbed with his body at the moment. So like he like I don't suppose there's like a balcony or anything.
No.
Probably not.
Not really.
So he'll just go to the
There's
nearest.
large
window.
windows.
Yeah, he'll just go to the nearest window, and light up another. Go to light up a cigarette and just start like tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we'll leave Nico.
Yeah, we'll leave Nico for the evening. I assume after a little while you call for your meal, and you'll be served a beautiful rabbit stew, and offered drinks and such throughout the evening. But as we leave you there, the rest of you were standing outside the Jonglers Guild, I do believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. I know that Dane was looking for healers, but right now, are you headed in to see whether the circus peeps are there?
Oh, I'm going to the mage's tower.
You're going off to the Mage's Tower, okay.
I mean, if Kelaan is walking away, then Dane might just go for the Druid Grove.
Okay. You're taking the zombie?
Yes.
Okay. As the zombie reaches the outskirts of the Druid's Grove, it cannot walk upon the grass. I don't know what you want to do about that, but you can leave it outside temporarily if you want to head in. Obviously, it will obey your commands.
Floating
Okay,
in.
just stay here. Don't get in trouble. Just just lean against the wall. Yes, just like that. Just like you're a cool person, normal in a city. Perfect. Okay.
Do you know those long, thin balloons that people use to clap together to make loud noises at concerts? That's what you're getting right now from him.
For the snub.
And then he
Well
nods
done,
and then he sort of
it's tasteful.
he does like the best impression of Nico ever. He sort of crosses one leg slightly behind the other as he leans back with his shoulder against the wall, as if he was smoking a cigarette but without the cigarette. Like he's just arrogant in his pose.
That's pretty apt.
Yeah, and he'll stay like that. I'm waiting for
Well
you.
done. I'll be back in a second. Thank you. You're excellent. And yeah, he'll then walk head inside.
Okay. Dane fails to notice, but as he walks away, the zombie's head is doing sort of 270 degrees swivels looking around.
Oh, God.
Dane, as you enter into the Druid's Grove, a tiny female gnome greets you. She raises one hand up towards the sun, and she gives you a head bow. Wanderer, you've entered our grove. You belong here. How can I be of assistance?
I guess I need some guidance. I did something that I didn't know I could do, and now I'm sure of what I should do next.
Very well. Do you have a particular following that you wish to speak about? Or... I don't know how to point you in the right direction, child.
I'm concerned about undeath and necromancy.
As are we all here.
Do you have any experts on the topic?
Most definitely not. We are druids. We believe in the forces of life. Though, I do perhaps know of one who might be of assistance. With that, she again raises her hand towards the sun and nods her head, and then she points towards what appears to be a waterfall.
Okay,
She's gesturing
I'll
for you to go
walk
through
towards
it.
the. I'll walk towards the. I'll go through the waterfall.
Standing behind this waterfall is a man. He's quite strong and quite well built, broad shoulders, but he appears very old. He's got a grey beard that's sort of rugged and bright crystal blue eyes. He wears a bearskin cloak that still has the head of the bear that hangs over his shoulder. And he looks at you. Well, got problems? You need guidance?
I do.
He casts guidance. Have a good day. No, I'm kidding. I really wanted to do that. No, he looks at you and, well, what troubles you?
I'll bring up my sleeve so he can see my moss, and I'll explain to him. I'm a Kalashtar. I'm linked to a spirit of decay. I just recently found I have an ability, something I didn't know I could do.
Go on.
The companion fell, and I don't know. I tried killing it, and it didn't work. But I don't know, as the body died. It was like something of the decay in me. It reached out to him, and it just brought him back, but not completely.
Did you cast this spell in anger?
No, it wasn't anger. It was, I guess, regret. I had promised this person I was gonna help them, and then they died, and I reached out, and I just wanted to preserve them, and something
Closer
went
to
wrong. I guess.
desperation. Yes.
Yeah.
It can be difficult. Some of our powers can be used for good and for evil. Some of the mightiest of evil monsters that I have dealt with are druids who turn bad. But I don't think that's the case for you. You wished to help someone, but your powers would not let you do so fully. So you have created a pale imitation of life. You understand that, correct? It is an imitation of life. Your companion, as you so named him, is not truly alive. To keep him here is irrelevant. His soul will have parted and gone onwards. May he rest in peace. You should say prayers for him, but that is the best you can do.
Isn't there a way to bring him back fully?
Well, there are rumors of such powerful magics, though they are limited to few priests, very few, and the realms of the gods. From what he's saying, true resurrection isn't something you would find on sort of even like amongst mortals, really, apart from like a couple of really powerful priests. Resurrection itself, maybe if you are really lucky, but this guy, his wounds are pretty extensive, so it's unlikely. So according to him, it's almost myth and legend. Obviously, as players, we know about resurrection being a thing, but realistically in this world, it's very, very rare. He looks at you and, I'm so sorry to be of disappointment, but...
Just like, I have to believe there's a way. I mean, my powers, they are connected to nature. They come from nature. If nature allowed me to do this, there must be a reason why.
Indeed. Perhaps the imitation of life you raise could stand between a bandit and its prey. Perhaps you could use it to protect the walls of a city that is besieged. You understand? How you use your powers, for evil or for good, is your decision. But you cannot recreate life. That is the power of the gods. Go ahead, Nathan.
This guy really just say, with great power comes great responsibility?
In effect, yeah. I mean, that's what most wise old men say, but just in various different ways.
And fly, you fools.
Well, yeah, that too. Don't fly. Not here. It's quite a small room.
I think I understand. Thanks.
It is good that you are troubled, but I can't help but notice a connection in you. Did you speak to Sasania when you came in? You may not. She was the gnome.
Yeah?
Did she return to you that which you have lost?
No, she didn't.
Her senses aren't always as refined as the rest of us, though she is good at looking after people. A wolf appeared looking for you. He entered as only the druids might. Smarter than most, he is connected to human mind. We thought it best not to release him back to the wild, for he is no longer just wolf. He waits for you in the grove.
Thank you. And then you're gonna prepare to leave, but before leaving, he's gonna stop and turn around and be like, one last question. I mean, Kalashtar, you know of our spirits, right? Bonded to nature.
I know little of the Kalashtar ways, but from what I know, they are spirits of all sorts, nature included.
Do you know of any Kalashtar druid? Anybody that focuses on that kind of study of the connection between Kalashtar and their spirits?
I know of one man, but the journey is long. In South Wayland, in the forest, is a Kalashtar, they say, is bonded to the forest.
Of Wayland.
He has many names, but... well, perhaps you best discover them for yourself.
I will. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help. Good travels, and I'll head out and look for night eyes.
Please don't ever visit that guy again. Since I quit smoking, that voice is a lot harder to do. Looking out at you is Salia. She is the gnome, and she looks at you. And, I'm so sorry. I didn't sense in you that you were seeking, but suddenly there is one that seeks you. Well, holding him back is harder than keeping him here. And with that, she sort of raises her hand, and a veil sort of dissipates from behind the statues, and forward leaps Night Eyes into your arms. He looks. There is a difference in him. Only slight, but his right eye, you notice, has a small line over it. And it glows ever so slightly bright blue when he first looks at you, and then returns to its normal color.
Well, I missed you. You're okay, and we're together again.
He relentlessly licks your face.
I'll just give him the biggest hug, and I'll give him little kisses.
Okay. Sonia, Mai, and Corin, you're outside the Jonglers Guild, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you going in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Check in
so
with
you've
these
been into
guys.
Jonglers Guilds before. Certainly you went into Galvinia. And it was sort of a mess of people juggling and conjuring fire and whatever, etc. But here you enter into what appears to be a small reception room. It's big enough for maybe 12 to stand comfortably. Behind which is a large mahogany desk. And a woman sits there, grey hair. She appears to be human. And she wears a pair of half-moon spectacles at the very, very tip of her nose. She looks up at you and, "Good day. Can I be of assistance?"
Hi, we are here with the circus?
That is not particularly specific, darling.
Madam
Any
Madam-
names?
Madam Cerusis?
Oh, Madam Sarusa. Yes, she checked in about 4 hours ago. I think they all went out, though. There's one very fat dwarf out the back. Said he was just going to have lunch and then he was going to go to the bar, but I don't think he's left yet.
Okay.
he had with him some sort of pale creature. Looks like he hasn't seen enough sun, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Uh,
That sounds like our friends. Yes.
Oh, good. And you would be?
Sonia Blackforge of the Nameless 11.
Ah, the Nameless 11. Why didn't you just start with that, darling? I have lists here. They hired 2 rooms for you.
Oh.
Although, she looks at the rest of you and she's like, there's definitely more than 2 of you, but they hired 2 rooms for you, but they did say that you'd likely find your own lodgings, but nevertheless, you're very welcome to stow your stuff out back, and as I say, the fat dwarf is just in room 9, down the corridor.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
I want to talk to him real
I want to
quick.
talk to the fat dwarf. Yes, I want
Talk to the fat dwarf.
Okay. You head down to room 9, and as you arrive, the door is slightly ajar.
I will knock first.
Okay. As you knock, you shortly afterwards hear Yelk's voice in your mind. Come in.
Oh,
I will
okay.
slink in.
Okay. Sitting at the table. The table is designed for about 8. It is, sort of wide this way. Ramos sits he's perched in like ready format like this, yeah. There is a bed in the corner and a bed on the other side, and then there's this long table across the middle. There are 4 complete pies, each which looks like they serve about 24. 2 of which are eaten. There's a large platter of vegetables, 4 loaves of bread. And he's currently got a ham in his hand. And he cooks it. Ah, good day. What's up, lass?
God. Things really went to shit.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Why? What's the problem?
Is everyone?
I thought you'd be
everyone
here a bit
else-
sooner.
Yeah, we got sidetracked.
I get sidetracked sometimes. I was meant to be
Yeah.
going out for a drink, but seems I've forgotten. And with that, he takes another bite of the ham. Well, anyway, lass, what can I be doing for you?
Do you know where everyone else went?
Oh, I think most of them went out to the Jolly Flagon.
Jolly Flagon.
Apparently, there's something special about the bar lady there. Don't quite know.
Ah,
Other than that, there's also a bard playing there. They say Rose is one of the best.
okay.
I'm sure I'll be along soon. I just got to finish me second lunch,
Yeah, understandable.
Yelk sort of
You
says
are
into your mind,
hungry.
He will finish eventually, and then we'll be able to go out. That woman keeps telling me I need to see the sun.
Do you want to go out, or are you cool in here?
I've got to wait with Ramos. No
I
member of
know.
the circus is to be left alone. That's what Madame Sarusa said.
Ah,
Travel in pairs. At this point, Ramos looks at you and, I did say that I'd hook you up with one of my friends, didn't I? Something to do with protection for your fams. Is that right?
yes,
Ah,
you did
yes.
say that.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I tell you what, I'll bring him along to the Jolly Flagon. He's a good lad, he is. A little bit shifty, if you know what I mean. You better keep your hands over your pockets.
Okay.
Well, as I said, let me just finish my lunch. I won't be long.
Okay. We'll meet you there later.
He puts down the ham and he picks up one of these 24 serving pies and just sort of shuffles it so that it's sliding out of the tin. And,
Oh
you
my
know,
god. He's
in
the
it goes. Yeah.
And he's got a Scooby-Doo sandwich that's really tall.
He's well known to be Ramos Two Bellies, the man needs to eat. He looks at you and, well, Jolly Flagons, just on down yonder. As you come out, take a right. Head down past Mage's Guild. Take the second left, first right, and it's just on the corner.
Cool.
Can't miss it. Big flagon, right on top of the roof.
Good to know.
Excellent. Well, that be everything.
Mai or Corin, anything else?
No, I
You'll be
think
wanting
that
to stow your stuff, won't you? Room 11's still free in room 12. Madame Sarusa said sorry, but she couldn't afford any more rooms. Said you
That's
find
fine.
your own settings.
the short babies can sleep in a room together.
How rude.
Long stare at you.
He looks at mine. You're not being rude to short people, are you?
Yeah.
Have you looked at me?
Oh,
I'm wider than I am tall. It's
He's
alright, you
really
can
good.
hang from the ceiling by your tail, love.
Listen, I love my friends so much that I'm okay with making jokes at their short expense.
Very well. Well, perhaps you should do it well where the rest of us aren't short as well, love. And he sort of turns to Yelk, who's also like 4'6". He's 4'8".
Aw.
And he's sort of, perhaps you should watch your tongue when you're out in the taverns in town. It all seems like a nice place, but it can be a little bit of trouble, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll be catching up with you. You want to head to room 11? You know, find some stuff for you.
Ooh.
I think your
Stuff.
pay is in there.
Hey, yes,
Oh,
we need
yes.
that to go
Yes, that could
shopping.
be helpful.
Yeah.
There's 100 gold pieces
Yes.
in there.
Yes.
100 gold pieces?
We got that for saving Harriet's husband, I think was her name.
Oh, you got that too? Yeah, there's 200 gold pieces then.
Oh my god!
Well, the 100 gold
There's
pieces
so
you got from Harriet's
many!
husband, and then you got 100 gold pieces for, oh wait, is that right? Am I going the wrong? Yeah. 100 gold pieces for Harriet's husband, and then, sorry, and then 50 gold pieces, isn't it, for escorting the circus? So it's 150 overall.
Cha-cha-cha. Okay. Let's divide this evenly.
25.
Thank you. All right.
Well, I don't know if you want to kind of hold on to it. Bear in mind that
Yeah,
with
I'm holding
250
on to
gold
it.
pieces, you can afford half a chainmail, yeah?
Ugh,
So it's not
Yeah.
as much as you're thinking.
no, but
you can buy 75 shields.
That's a lot of shields.
that's a lot of
It is a lot of
shields.
shields.
Uh,
All right.
Okay, but other than that, the room is relatively sparse. There are 6 beds in here. Well,
cute.
sorry, no, there's not. There's 3 beds in room 11 and 3 beds in room 12.
Oh, okay.
It's quite spacious rooms, and there are curtains to be drawn in front of the bed, so there are enough rooms for all of you. But obviously, you know that Nico is going to find lodging elsewhere, and somebody else buggered off. So as you guys are there, we'll flick over to Kelaan briefly. Kelaan, you approach the foot of the Mage's Tower. Standing outside are 2 blue-robed figures.
I'll greet them. Say hello.
They nod to you and, well, good day. Do you have business inside? They both appear to be either elvish or half-elvish. Both have pointy ears.
I am here to research on some magic. Something's happened to me recently, and I was looking into it more.
Fascinating. You can see he doesn't seem to give a shit. He looks at you and, are you a registered member of the guild?
Yes.
Very good. Head on in, I guess.
I'll go in.
He turns back to his friend. Anyway, as I was telling you, she was absolutely incredible. I've never heard anything like it. She just, as soon as she started singing, like, I was just raptured. I'm telling you, man. And you just hear this voice carry on as you head in. Clearly not interested in you whatsoever right now. Crown, as you enter in, there is a long, bearded gnome. His beard sort of goes down to his hips, and then it is pulled into 2 parts and is tied round his waist. He looks at you and... Bit of snout, right? No. Do we know each other?
I don't believe we did.
I'm sorry, I've lost my pony. I'm going to go now. And he sort of walks off in a side direction, and there's a gentleman standing behind him, with his hat and elbow on the desk, like looking at you, and he's just like, 7 hours he's been here. Please tell me you haven't lost your pony or your mind.
Neither that I know of.
Good. Name?
Kelaan.
Great. And you want what?
I've heard of magic being dispelled before, and I wanted to look more into
Wow,
a way that I could.
fascinating.
Well, it happened to me, and I
Yeah, that
wanted to
happens.
look into. I just wanted to look into ways of how I could possibly do that.
Become more competent? I don't know. Try the library, 4th floor, right-hand side.
Thank you.
It points you onwards. And then sort of just scurrying in behind you is this little halfling. And she has a pig's tail and pig's ears. And she's just yelling,
Aw.
help. And he just looks up. Oh, for goodness sake. Could this day get any worse? I've heard that magic can be good God, you flippin'. You just and then Kelaan, as you head up the stairs, you come to the library, and there's a woman in there who she's got sort of grey hair pulled up behind her head in a bun. She looks at you and, oh, hi there. Might I be of assistance?
Yes, I'm looking for 2 spells in particular.
Oh, you're looking for spell books? They're on aisle K, the 3rd and 4th shelf. Quite a lot of them are out of stock right now. Any idea what exactly you're looking for?
Counterspell and Dispel Magic.
Dispel Magic, I think we have a copy of a scroll. If you're gonna learn it, I'm afraid you're gonna have to pay for it. We haven't got any permanent ones. 2 silver pieces.
I do believe
As
the
for
cost is
Counterspell,
half for me, right?
That is half. And then she looks at you. As for Counterspell, I can teach you that if you've got an hour.
I do have an hour and 2 silver
Fantastic.
pieces.
Wonderful. Can I take your name?
Kelaan.
I must say, I do like your cloak. I like what you got going on there. Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, go on then. And with that, she picks up this huge jeweled staff off her desk. And she calls out, Veronica, would you mind watching over the library? I'm going to teach somebody some magic. Me! I'm teaching magic. She makes it very clear that Veronica is well aware that she's going to teach some magic. And she leads you over to a sort of smaller chamber. And inside, she says, well, go on then, cast a spell.
I guess I'll cast.
She waves a hand. No! It really is that simple.
Wow.
And she'll proceed to do this to you for an hour, and eventually you will be able to work out, despite her complete lack of any understanding of how to teach you, you will eventually infer how she's doing it, and you will be able to learn Counterspell. Dispel Magic is just a scroll, and you can learn it in the normal way without such an annoying person. Yeah.
Yes. Well, seeing as how that's mostly my business as to what I wanted to do, I'm going to... Sorry, I'm removing 2 silver pieces. I'm going to go and find a place to rest. I am tired.
Okay, what sort of establishment are you looking for? Somewhere
We all
quiet, somewhere
know-
posh? Or the one
we
that
all
you've been
know-
recommended?
We all know where Kelaan would go to.
Well, I don't know. Did you want to meet up with the rest of the party or not?
No.
Okay.
No, he wants to go to this sad single club.
Okay,
I'm going to the posh one.
yeah, there are 2. One is sort of the Fireside Newt, which is obviously where we earlier saw Miko go to, which is sort of it's very quiet, like they let you have your privacy. It's well appointed and good service, but it's not particularly interesting or lively. There is also the Blue Unicorn. The Blue Unicorn is where there's sort of very hoity-toity minstrels who tell wondrous stories of old. And the bartender does sort of fancy magic behind the bar, and there's sort of older women of the nobility who go in there and act as cougars while the young men frolic about.
That does seem like my type of establishment.
Yes, and
Smells like a Rowland.
inside when you arrive, you will see that this bartender is sort of, he's got a mage hand on the go. He's got an unseen servant over there. He's using telekinesis to move certain glasses and cups. And he looks over at you and, a customer. Come on, lad. What can I do for you?
I'm here for a room and dinner.
Are you indeed? Well, great. Rooms are 6 silver pieces. That includes a meal. Your drinks you'll have to pay for, though. We do have the most fine Beaujolais. Yes, that one over there. There's another silver piece for a bottle, unless you just wanted glass. That's 2 coppers. Glass, bottle, please. Haven't got all day.
So I'll just go for a glass.
Excellent. And with that, this sort of, he makes a couple of gestures. The wine pours itself behind his back. And a dragonborn, deep blue skin, sort of takes this glass that is handed to him by the mage hand, and he sort of walks over and gives a deep bow to you. and
I'll
holds it
thank
out.
him in Draconic.
Okay. He then bows again, and he gestures up the stairs. He doesn't speak at all, but he gestures up the stairs as if to show you your room, and he holds a key in his hand.
Yeah, I'll follow him if he's leading me.
He leads up, he opens the room, and he opens the door, and then he sort of takes almost to one knee, he bows so low, and just holds the key out above his head.
Yeah, I'll take the key.
Okay. You see a richly appointed room, four-poster bed, bathtub that fills itself. Make Cole be jealous. You see this sort of floor-to-ceiling mirror again with a shutter on it. Deep, sort of velvet, scarlet velvet curtains across the back wall. Plush carpet on the ground. And as you walk into the room, the mirror says, "Oh my, well, you do look beautiful today."
Oh, well, thank you.
Excellent. And most dashing.
Oh.
Excellent choice of colours.
I get that all the time.
Indeed.
Speaking of, I'm gonna wave a finger and I'm gonna prestidigitation my robe clean. And did
The
Dane
mirror says,
give me
"Wow,
this?
I look fabulous when you're in the room." Go on.
I love this place. Did Dane give me these the scrolls, or did he hold on to those?
I believe they would have been given to you. You're the only person that can use them.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
Unless
since
Mai wants
I've-
to burn them up in a blaze of glory, which wouldn't surprise me, but would be very impractical.
Yes. Seeing as how I've cleaned my robes for a very specific reason, I'm gonna go down and I will enjoy the life at this tavern. before
Excellent.
I-
Yeah. You'll be pounced on by not one, not two, but three different cougars at various times. All
Yes.
the ladies who, are most interested in your dapper looks and your skinny bones, as they very much offer you a ride of your life. There are two very, very pompous violinists who play music in the background as a woman does some sort of strange dance that's meant to be seductive, but frankly it looks like she's got a disease. She sort of jerks around the bar. It's the fantasy right now. Her clothes seem to be coming off, so I'm sure Kelan's fine with it. And with that, we will flick back to Sonia and Mai and Corin. As you come out of the Jonglers Guild, you will see Dane just a little way to your left outside the Druid's Grove with Night Eyes in arms.
Hey, you found him!
Aw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're saying Dane already left the grove.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is you. As you come out, you see them walking down the street.
Okay. He did want to ask one last thing before
Oh, go
he
on.
left.
Sorry.
Would
Yeah,
you
we can
want
go
to-
backwards. Yeah, that's fine.
He would want to ask about the evil nature cult we found. He would show them like the diamond symbol.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that was a DM noise of shit. I have that in my notes somewhere. Can I give that to you after session? I'm gonna have to search
Yeah,
very
it's
hard
that.
for that. But they will definitely know of it, and she'll almost recoil from the sign and nasty tales and evil things. I have a book on that. I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
And she will go and get it, and she'll give it to you. It's a horrible black-bound tome with this sort of 3 sides of a diamond mark, and it's handed to you. Yeah, and with that you can then come out.
Like, yes, I found. He and actually, it's more like he found me, and I'm gonna pet Night Eyes.
Aw.
Is the circus okay?
They're all at another tavern. I already forgot what it's called. The Jolly Flagon.
Jolly Flagon, that's the one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
We
don't know
were-
if you guys want to head there. It seems like it's the talk of the town.
Yeah, we were gonna head there soon,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, eventually.
We are young people in the city. I guess the city is ours. So is there anything we wanna do specifically?
Or do we want to go shopping first?
Kind of want to go shopping.
Can we shop in downtime? Or is that something you want, or perhaps next week? I need to prep a bit more for stores.
Oh yeah, it's
I wasn't expecting
Okay,
a shopping
yeah.
trip. Yeah.
We'll put off our shopping spree. Yeah, let's go meet up with the circus folks.
Wonderful.
Oh, and Biernan, come please. And I'll
Oh,
come to
yeah.
some-
He
Don't
sort
forget-
of unassumes his arrogant pose and begins to strut sort of awkwardly down the street.
Oh,
You
great. He's still with us.
still have your buddy.
I had a talk with some elder at the Druid Grove, and I think he helped me understand a little bit my this ability I didn't really know I had, and I know it's a bit strange, but you know, my th- my powers come from nature. Nature allowed me to do this, and I believe that it has a purpose and that it can be good, just like anything in nature can be good under the right circumstances. I know it's a little weird, but it's part of me and my spirit, and it's something I guess I have to explore.
That's fine, but you just keep your eyes on it.
Don't worry, he won't hurt anybody
All right.
that we like. Like he might hurt like people trying to kill us, but I think that's all right. We also hurt people trying to kill us.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the bar.
I'm gonna get drunk.
Okay. As you enter in, you see that this place is chaos. It is 5 stories high, and on the very top is a huge tankard.
Gosh.
Playing over at the side are 4 halfling bards, all of which are fiddling one after another against each other. Playing the drums is a huge Goliath at the back, who's playing this massive timpan drum. And dancing round are 2 air genasi and a water genasi, who appear to be making little steam bubbles in the sky. Behind the bar, you see 7 or 8 different bartenders, 2 of whom are rather large dwarves, and 4 or 5 of which are human. But you don't notice any of them. You just see one bartender at the very center. She is almost 7 foot in height. Her long blonde hair curls down all the way to her hips. She has beautiful, shapely almond eyes and honey rose-colored skin. And she wears a light green dress that appears to float with her. As she looks over at you as you come in. Well, welcome, welcome. Come on into the Jolly Flagon. How can I help you? She is
Hi.
inhumanly beautiful.
Yeah, I feel awkward. So I'm not making eye contact.
None of the other bartenders are like that. You can go and approach a random
I'm
fat
making a
male
lot of
dwarf
eye
if you want.
contact.
Barry's making a lot of eye contact. She's making some eye contact with you.
A lot of eye contact.
Well, come on then. What can I get you? Your first time here? I don't reckon.
A room,
Yes.
apparently.
Yeah, while Maya's talking to her, I'm looking for the circus people.
But they
In the
are
crowd.
okay. So there, you do not need to look far. Javas Fleck is stood on the bar, throwing daggers across the room,
God.
catching them in a small dartboard and then twisting them around and making them vanish. Is our gnome. Walking across the room on the other side near the dancers is our lovely Jekyll, who's walking on his hands, and standing sort of in the middle of the room dancing is the maestro. His hands are raised and they hold 2 strands of Madame Sarusa's beard as they dance together across the stage. Madame Sarusa even looks at you and, come on, and then she looks over and, hey, Corellia, the drinks are on me. Oh, you're friends of the circus? Well, then you're the friends of the Jolly Flagon. I tell you what, we were nothing until these guys came. We, for once, we had a spare floor on the 2nd floor. We no business. Nobody ever stayed here, and we said, well, we'd convert it so that they could perform here one night. I tell you what, we've never been so busy, and ever since then, everybody comes to Jolly Flagon for a bit of fun and ale. So, fun and ale, we've got lots of it. Right, and with that, she puts 6 ales on the bar, a huge bottle of wine, a sparkling bottle of wine, a nice pitcher of water. She says, food will be ready soon. Come on, party away. And with that, we are going to end there and pick up with some party games next session.
Yes.
Somehow in their drunken stupors or miserable mislings, or perhaps the following day, somehow Nico and Kelaan might eventually rock up. I hadn't planned for you to stay at different bars, but we'll work that out of session. Nevertheless, in the meantime, I'm going to kick off with my MVP, because I just think Dane has had 2 of the absolute best lines possible. One at the very end there. Clearly a room is what Maya's looking for. Beautiful, thank you. That was so good right at the end. But my favorite bit is perhaps opening a bakery can be our fallback plan, which was a combination of him and Sonia, which just gave me a good chuckle. When he was like, perhaps we should just give it up and open a bakery. Let's go in reverse order. To our latecomer, let's go to you first. Hannah, you're on the...
Yes. So I haven't been here for that long, obviously.
Mhm.
But
Your character died.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I heard about that. There was some wild stuff happening in my DMs. But I would definitely have to say that my MVPs from what I've both seen and been able to take a part of would be probably Dane's emotional speech about his decaying and not really knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And trying to figure the whole thing out. But
Oh,
also, even though I wasn't there, I also won an MVP James Big Boy Party battle that almost killed us.
We were super dead.
Yeah, just actually, I
Super
forgot
dead.
to mention something which obviously you guys don't know about. Nico rolled a 12 after rolling, so he got to make a save of each of the stats. He got 3 over 10 and 3 below 10, so he was dead even. So a d20 determined what happened to him, and he rolled a 12. If he had a roll below a 10, he would have had to take a different subclass, as he would have lost his spirit. And he would no longer have been a true Kalashtar. So he was 3 numbers off a real big change. So I just thought I'd reveal that from behind the scenes. Coming to which, Josh, your MVP.
Gosh, it's a good. I don't think Nico would have continued with the pie. I think it would have gone off.
Well, there would have been obviously a quest for you to retrieve your spirit, and that's why he would have stuck around. But yeah.
Yeah, my MVP would have to be Penelope's reveal. That was super sexy. The whole like Penelope's not here anymore. You can call me the chained.
Call me Cheney.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney.
No, the worst evil.
Okay, yeah, no, good. I'm glad you liked Penelope's reveal. So just full spoilers here. Penelope was never part of this. She was just a side character. And then, which episode was it? Where are we? Yeah, here. So I had Becca, the innkeeper's daughter, and then I just wrote in capital letters at the bottom, having got out the shower and ran over. Penelope is bonded to Thrasidol, the BBEG. In huge letters. And then, like, obviously later on I developed that idea into the idea that Thrasidol has currently possessed her.
Well, when the reveal happened, I was thinking, oh, maybe the mum who was a witch was a follower, and maybe she did some like dark ritual when she had sex with the Kalashtar, so that instead of an elemental spirit, it would be the spirit of the god.
That's sort of vaguely what happened, but we'll get there. You'll find out Penelope's story later on, so I won't reveal too much. Jay.
Yeah, Penelope's whole thing. Particularly like some of her lines were just
She was viciously evil, wasn't she?
She's so mean.
Yeah. Particularly the one to Kelaan, where she says, "I'm not here to feel."
That's a fun spot.
feel-
I
Yeah.
enjoyed that for his mummy issues. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys. I mean, for me, the hardest thing about creating like a proper evil character for you to hate across the campaign is they have to be somebody you hate. And the biggest problem is that a lot of party members like people who are badass evil, right? So there's got to be a way that she's worse than that. Like, you just detestable, right? So I'm really glad that seems to have come across for some of you. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Should have just made Kelaan.
True.
Sorry, that's a bad joke.
Michaela, your MVP.
Yes, I have a couple. From the start, Josh's whole bird adventure was fun. That was just not even in the campaign, but
We didn't have the cameras on, sadly, but yeah, Josh had a bird in his bedroom.
but no, I liked how excited Kelaan was to finally use Fireball for the first time, even
I wish
though
I'd counterspelled that. Oh.
even though Corin really got the first Fireball,
Mhm.
but whatever. And I also, when Corin undid the natural one that I got
Oh,
for
that
that
was
saving
sick.
throw,
Yeah.
that was so great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Agreed. Corral. Oh, Oscar, sorry.
My MVP is that the party still, while suspecting, doesn't know that I'm betraying them behind their back.
Are you?
I'm kidding. Kidding.
Oh my god, I was like, oh,
News to me.
he's just admitting it.
The DM didn't know either.
Yes.
I'd have to go. I'd have to go with the randomization of whether or not that Josh was gonna survive. I had a sneaking suspicion that it was going off of the rules in some way as I was going, but then the spirit coming out and fucking choking the dude to death, that was sick.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm glad you like that. Yeah, as I said, he was never going to die there, but he could have lost both his subclass and his identity, basically, as a Kalashtar. And then we would have had a thread for finding that back and whatever. But yeah, I was really glad that he survived because I thought it was so badass that the spirit stepped out of him to strangle a bitch. So I had had that plan since episode 2. Tom, your MVP. Tom?
Oh yeah, sorry. Mine. I just found it so funny when Jay, Corin, and the chained one was like, "What do you think of my little replica?" And he just didn't say anything, but at the same time, his face said everything. That was so like. Corin's face acting is always so good, but that moment for me was a standout. Just the face said everything.
I did find the right button to push there, didn't I? I was very pleased. That was great. Yeah, no, shout out to that. It is sometimes difficult to remember that, like, it's an acting role as well as a role-playing role, right? And Jay, you do pull it off so well, because Corin doesn't say a huge amount. So yeah, I'm gonna give a final MVP to the title of the episode, because it was so apt in so many ways. I have been itching to TPK a party, and I kind of threw this together and was like, I don't think they can win. You stood up so well, though. Like, I was really surprised. So for your ability to survive so well, go ahead and roll your HPs.
Yay.
And
Here I was thinking he was going to give us all the tough feet.
nope. I am, however, going to give a point of charisma to Kelaan.
For wooing all those ladies?
Yeah, all the
No,
cougars.
for managing to avoid the command.
Ooh.
That was.
I didn't even use my advantage against getting charmed.
It was a really dirty nat 20 roll in the moment. And it really, I think it was very thematic in that Kelaan is not very charismatic, but in resisting being controlled by somebody else, he suddenly took on this strength of will. He might be gonna stab you in the back, but he'll do it of his own damn accord already. So I really like that as a character moment for Kelaan. So yeah. Anyway, with that, we are going to be ending. I'm really sorry to tell you all, including my players who don't know this yet, there will be no session next week, because Josh and I are going out to see a drag queen. Woo! So off we're trotting. There will be no session next week, so it'll be 2 weeks until Darkness Over Kelaan, which gives me plenty of time to write up more ways to kill our party. In our downtime, please do go ahead and do the shopping. I will ping you a document that's sort of vaguely correct that you can then have a look through and see whether there's anything you want.
Ooh.
But that just leaves us to say goodbye. So if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Bye.
we will be raiding Stevo. Stevo, or Garnerds, is one of the most wonderful people I know and one of my favorite raiders. He's just celebrated May the 4th be with you. A member of he is a Star Wars streamer. So please give him a follow, give him some love. And for God's sake, what is my command? There we go. Grab your raid call, grab your sub raid, and go and say hello. Much love. Ciao. You guys
Yay.
are so stupid.
The best of checkpoints.